right, so new game, here we are. Let me get it actually working, and we'll go from there. Although I might wait a second to get it actually working, since I don't normally... Well, you know what I could do? Is I could do this. And that's the wrong one. There we go. And I can do this. This. That is not what I want to be a thing. How about that? There we go. Nintendo. Okay, so we'll leave that there for a couple minutes till we start. We'll start in like 2 minutes. How about that? That way I can sit here and listen to music. Y'all can sit here and listen to music. People can file in. And then we can move. I'll just reset the emulator when we get started. Look at my levels real quick. I think we're good. Yeah, we should be good. Let me actually do it this way as well so I can see the levels. Yeah, okay. That should be fine. I could even do it like that, actually. I don't know, because I can leave OBS in the background so I can see things better, or I could just do this. Actually use my phone for what my phone is supposed to be used for here. Except instead of just chat, we'll put the activity feed up. Well, we'll put them both on the screen there. There we go. So now I have chat in 2 places, an activity feed in 1, the game in 1. We should be good. Another minute and then we'll get started. Yes, indeedy Rudy Conker, here we are. I am excited to start, I'll tell you what. How's it going? It's going pretty good. It's got to be going pretty good considering the game that's in front of me today. How's it going for you there, Conker? Welcome. Welcome to your suggestion being picked for the stream. It'll be fun. It's going to be fun. I already know some of the jokes I'm going to crack right at the opening, but we'll see if I can execute on them without messing any of them up. Okay, let me do this real quick, because the levels are good, I think. I double-checked on the levels there, Conker. How's my voice sound against the game audio before I get started here? I think it should be fine, because I don't think there's any particular points where the game's volume gets too much louder than this. So the only thing that I couldn't account for is that Visual Boy Advance doesn't really have a filter that lets me like make the image super crispy on the screen, so it's going to look slightly pixelated. But if you shrink the screen down a little bit, or if as long as the screen's not full screen, it shouldn't make a humongous difference. It's probably better to view this on mobile, to be honest, because it's a GBA game, so it was mobile inherently, and the screen's smaller on mobile. Bless you. Cole's sick in the background, so if I have the flu in a couple of days, I'm still going to stream, but I may be slightly under the weather at the time. It's okay, though. I just finished quote-unquote medicating myself at lunch, because in addition to eating my normal lunch, I also ate an apple with it, and I took a vitamin C tablet. So now all I need is some zinc later, and I should be okay. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Finished mopping earlier and am playing Monster Hunter World for now. Gotcha. Nice. Still doing the farming stuff that you were doing on the last one then, I would guess, or did you finish up what you needed to do there? Well, you answer, and I am going to reset the emulator so that I can do the intro, and then I will read what you answer, okay? Here we go. Let's do this, and that. Nintendo! I'm just gonna be a nostalgic mess for the entirety of the past couple of weeks and now the entirety of the next couple of weeks, aren't I? It's just gonna be a month of nostalgia, I think, between the two games that I've been playing for the stream here. That's okay, though. It's a good feeling. How you doing, everybody? My name is Monochromium, and this is Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Oh, it is so good to be playing this. This was suggested and was chosen at random from the list of suggestions on the last stream selection process. This was suggested by our very own OConquerC13, who's in the chat right now, and also it was suggested by Drump Farino, who's just been the luckiest man alive when it comes to our stream suggestions lately because he's gotten 2 in a row. Let's see if he can go for 3 when we're done with this one, if he suggests something. But if they had not suggested this, fun fact, I actually was starting a playthrough of this on the GBA at one point previously in my YouTube channel's career, back when I was still doing Let's Plays on YouTube, instead of here on Twitch as streams. And I think in like 2014, 2015, something like that, that was when I was planning on playing it. I had like 6 episodes all recorded, and I just never posted them because I didn't keep playing. Like at that time, I was trying to finish the entire game before I posted any of it, and I just didn't manage to do it. But here we are now, and if we had not been here now, it would have been very soon that I would have played this, because I've been thinking about it for a long time, and I've been wanting to play it, and now we're going to play it. So let's play it. How about that? I don't think I have any save files on the emulator here, but in addition to everything else, you can also play classic Mario Bros. And, you know, GBA colors if you want to. Let me check my options real quick. That's what I thought. I didn't think anything would be on there, so. If you hear anybody blowing their nose in the background, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this while the stream was on. I think I mentioned it once before I did my little intro there. Cole is sick in the background. He has the flu, so if I get the flu...
Don't say I have the flu. You'll will it to happen.
Yeah, well...
I have a cold.
He has something. He has a sickness in his sinuses, and if I get one, I'm still going to be here. It's going to be like Psychonauts. I'm going to be under the weather, but really, I'd just be playing video games anyway, so I'll just be here regardless. Pretty much now just completing optional quests you hadn't done yet. Nostalgia's always good. Yes, it is. I'm all aboard the rose-colored glasses train. That's me right now. Let's do this. I can't wait any longer. Start the game! Another peaceful day in the Mushroom Kingdom. How long till Bowser messes it up? The Goodwill Ambassador from the Bean Bean Kingdom has arrived. Bean Bean Kingdom? Haven't heard of that one before. I wish to improve my kingdom's ties with the Mushroom Kingdom. I'm not going to narrate everything, by the way. I'm just reading this one because I bring a gift from Queen Bean. Gotcha, bitch. You thought I was bringing a gift, but it was actually a trap by me, Cacletta.
Your voice acting's on point today.
Too bad I'm not doing too much voice acting. Okay, so did you chloroform her? Is that what just... I mean, does chloroform come in gaseous form? I don't think it does. So now you're going to kidnap her, right? You're going to kidnap her into a thundercloud of your own making, and then the Mario Bros. Are going to have to rescue her, of course. Emergency? You mean Tuesday, right? No.
Emergency, you mean Tuesday, right?
Okay, Toad, fine. Let's go find Mario. Oh, his hat's here. Well, he's got to be here somewhere. He never leaves the house without his hat. He's not taking his afternoon siesta, though, so... Let me just drop down from the floorboards. I hope Toad's legs don't get broken from dropping 1 story down in the building. Hello, Mario! I can't do a Toad voice, unfortunately. That's why I'm not doing voice acting, because half these people I can't do their damn voices, so... Yeah, you hear humming, Toad, but that's also a shower, so God damn it, Toad! Why would you do that? Why would you just walk into a room with a steaming shower in it? Like, come on, you deserve every one of those jumps. Oh no! The princess has been kidnapped! Luigi, we're going! Oh god. These two. Oh, the princess hasn't been kidnapped. Well then what the hell did they chloroform her for? Did we catch them in the act finally? Usually it happens before we get here. Well, maybe you shouldn't turn your back when you're about to kidnap the princess. At this point, you should expect us to run through the front door. Hey, Nitro, how's it going? You obviously can't tell, but I have a huge grin on my face just seeing this game again. Well, I'm glad. I hope it'll stay there for the whole stream. I always wondered why Peach always gets easily captured. I mean, she lives in a fucking castle, which should at least have some kind of military force. Her military forces aren't exactly trained to fight, though. Yeah, the Toads aren't exactly good fighters. They're more of a peacekeeping, well, not peacekeeping, peaceful group. She doesn't really train them in that stuff. That's what Mario's here for. That's why he's on the payroll. Take this! Oh, burritos for lunch, huh? Jesus. My last battle? Have I ever fought a battle? I don't think I've ever played a Mario game for the streams. That's surprising.
Yeah, I don't think you have either.
Did I forget about action commands? Why don't you tell me, since this is the first Mario game I've ever playing for the stream? Well, right, I mean, I got that. I actually did the command correctly the first time, but I'm just doing this for tutorial purposes. So, it's the first Mario game we're ever playing for the stream, so we might as well. So that's how you fight in this game. You can just do a regular command, but if you time a command correctly, you'll do extra damage. So it'll just stack on top of your normal attack, basically. If you just don't do the command there, you'll just flop off of his head and only do like 1 damage. But if you do it correctly, you get 2 damage. Yes, on with the pummeling, please. That's what I live for. Forgot about the Toads, never mind. No, it's okay, Nitro. Does Mario at least get paid for saving her ass countless times? He gets paid in cake. Yeah, it stonks. Yeah, something like that. It goes on her tab, basically. What? You mean like I've been doing the past 3 times? Why don't you enlighten me? I have short-term memory loss. I forgot how to jump. What the fuck did you call me? Yes, I just dropped the F-bomb in an E for Everyone Mario game. Sorry about that, but you should know how it goes around here by now. Yes, and sometimes a kiss on the nose. Life was just simpler in the Mushroom Kingdom, it seems like. Yeah, so if you can dodge an attack, you'll see that you have like commands over on the top left corner of the screen there. The A button will be showing and you'll be able to jump or use your hammer or that sort of thing. So just keep that in mind. But pretty much every attack can be dodged in this game. Like, if you play this game correctly, you basically take 0 damage through the entire game, so...
Oh, wow.
But, I don't know if I'm good enough to do that. I'm gonna be okay. I don't know if I'll be great, but I'll be okay. Game's made for kids. The stream is not. Yeah, exactly. Sure, Bowser, sure you would've won. I mean, if you brought your Armada in, maybe. You won the first time in Mario Galaxy, but we haven't even played that yet, so I can't even make references to that. God damn it. Right. That was scheduled for today. Stole her voice? What could an ambassador for a kingdom want with the voice of our princess? What are they gonna do? Like, send some crazy... Oh my god! Crazy prank phone calls or something with her voice? Princess Peach calls the military. Tries to recruit them instead of the Toads. Okay then. So her voice is now bombs. Meanwhile, Luigi's showcasing his dancing skills in the foreground. Yes, exactly. Luigi's great in this game. He's fantastic. He's one of the best. It's one of his best roles. Well, I'm always super, so would that really be out of the ordinary? Okay, fair enough. So the Bean Bean Kingdom is actually just off to the west of the Mushroom Kingdom, at least if the cardinal direction we're facing is north, so it shouldn't be too far of a trip. I mean, I guess we could use a vacation. The last vacation Mario went on sucked. He had to clean up garbage everywhere with a friggin' water jetpack attached to his back. The game wasn't bad, it just wasn't exactly the best vacation ever. Just imagine going on vacation and day one you get arrested and have to clean up the entire town you went on vacation to. That's pretty much what that was. Good thing these bosses aren't too smart. Yeah, they could just like shoot up or something, like anticipate the jump and just pew, you know? But... oh, okay, even better. Bowser apparently has the Koopa Cruiser ready, so we can just fly over into their airport and then talk to the Queen or something. I think they said Queen Bean was the person who was in charge over there, so we'll just go do that. That'll be great. Oh my god! Good lord, man. I've been roasted by my girlfriend before, but this is ridiculous. Well, yeah, off on another adventure, Toad. Gotta pay the medical bills. We just exploded after all. Boy, I hope so, too. Alright, so this is the tutorial plaza, so now we can stretch our legs and everything. Yeah, good idea. I'll see if I can talk to anybody, see what they know. Oh, a good idea. What do you know, sir? I know nothing. Bowser just burns them alive while dialogue is going. Yeah, exactly. He's just like, I'm gonna capitalize on this right now. Action icons, huh? Sure, why don't you enlighten me into action icons? So in the top right corner of the screen, you'll see the A button, and then it's an action inside of the circle there. Right now it's set to jump, so that's what that one is. That one's talk. That one is investigation. So yeah, basically, keep an eye on the button in the top right corner of the screen. No, I don't want to hear it again. What do you I mean, I know I have short-term memory loss, but Jesus. But basically, yeah, so your command will be in the top right corner of the screen, and whatever you need to do, you can do with that. It's pretty simple. It's a Game Boy RPG. Do I really need to explain the nitty-gritty of the mechanics to you? Am I entertaining 3-year-olds today? If I am, their parents are probably really pissed at me right now. Just from the word pissed, but the stuff before that, too. Okay. Well, I'm glad you liked it. I mean, Luigi can technically jump higher than me, so I don't know what... I mean, I guess all the people... The joke in this game is that Luigi... Nobody remembers Luigi, right? Like, he just sort of is there, but nobody remembers who he is, basically. It's a running gag. It's pretty funny, though. What's up, man? Why are you up here? Your precious belonging. Sure, I'll go look for it. Okay. Yeah, I talked to the guy about action icons down at the fountain. Yeah, him. I talked to him already, so I know how action icons work. If I start moving off in corners like this, basically, it's because I'm using an Xbox One controller that I bought. Well, it's actually technically just a Microsoft Xbox controller. I don't even know if it's 360, Xbox One. I would assume it's Xbox One. But I bought it to replace my old Xbox 360 controller that I was using for previous computer games I had a controller for. And the D-pad on this is really sensitive for some reason. I don't know why. I could just use the stick, but yeah, it's a Game Boy game. I feel like using the pad, you know. I found a precious belonging. Here you go. Hopefully it's not someone else's precious belonging. Well, you're welcome. And thank you for the one-up. I appreciate that. Alright, cool. Like, see that right there? I don't even know how I did that jump. I sort of like... but without facing in that direction. That's something. Why you got a mushroom up there, man? What, you can't jump up there? What did you do? Throw it on top of the hedge? Hang on, I got you. There you go. I did. I am, yes. Oh, okay, cool. I might need it. Oh. Well, thank you. I'll be sure to, you know, keep that luck in hand so that I'm in good shape when we get there. There's another mushroom for you. Mushrooms are the HP restoration items of this game, so if you need health, they can do that. Although they serve another purpose that I'm going to ban, but we'll figure that out later. Basically, if you know what a mush badge is later in the game, we're not using those. They're too good. So, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. I'll mention it when we get there. How did you get separate? Don't you guys all walk in packs, basically? Do I know where Bowser's gone? No. Maybe Maybe we'll find out. Kingdom Courier Volume 1. Royal Speech Bombs! The villain who stole the lovely voice of the princess has fled to the Bean Kingdom. Mario has reportedly been tapped for the rescue mission. As per usual, Luigi will stay home to guard the home front? Alright, Luigi, what the hell? Aren't you supposed to be super too? Oh, Bowser? What about Bowser? Oh, he went that way, huh? Okay. Thank you. I'll go that way in just a moment. Let me talk to this gentleman first so he can find out where he is. I do know where he went this time. Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? He went that way. Yeah, don't want to miss the Koopa Cruiser. You'll be walking to the Bean Kingdom otherwise. Although considering what happens, that might be slightly more advantageous for him. Just ignore me, I'm rambling. Oh, did you? Does everything sound like a laugh over there? I mean, the place is a hoot, so... Oh, a good idea! Let's use the save album to save and continue our adventure. I'll probably use each save album that I come across like once per time. Maybe twice, but you never know. In the event of an emulator glitch or something, I definitely want to have a save file handy, so... Is it? Right. Well, of course it is. That's what I live for. Again, have to pay the medical bills. Yeah, I already did, though, so we're good. Let's go, Luigi. I know that voice. Toadsworth! What's up, man? What you got there for me? Are you packing up Peach's bags? Is she coming with me, despite the speech bombs? I don't think that's allowed on an aircraft. I just imagine them going into the Mushroom Kingdom's airport and saying she's got royal speech bombs and just the TSA taking her away. That would suck. Oh, a suitcase. Well, good. I might have a few items and outfits that I need to keep handy. Thank you, Toadsworth. So we got our inventory item for the game, the suitcase. Yep, and we can check our menu screen, which is where our suitcase is. I actually really like the suitcase because it makes a lot of sense in-universe, and I'll tell you why that is in just a few minutes when we get on Bowser's Koopa Cruiser, but right now, I don't want to be late, so we'll go do that first. Right, exactly. Okay, yeah, we'll take a look at it once we get on the ship, but first let's get on the ship, so... Ooh, some funds for my trip? You're too kind, Toadsworth. 100 coins for the trip, that'll be nice, just in case I need to buy any extra healing items or something. I'm talking about it like this is Dragon Warrior and I'm actually gonna need to buy healing items or something. There's no way. Actually, I might need to buy some healing items, but not for HP. So, we'll see. Oh, okay, sure. I'm sure they'll have room on the runway for you. Okay. Then we'll meet you there, Toadsworth. You could save again if you really wanted to here, but you don't need to. They give you so many save points in this game, it's ridiculous, so you don't need to save it like every waking opportunity. Did you make it? Yeah, it's, again, don't you guys like travel in packs? Where is all the other Koopas and stuff? And the Goombas, and the Magic Koopas, and the Spinies, and the... Oh. Hi, Bowser. So, you got a snowmobile for the Koopa Cruiser. Because that's an awful lot what it looks like, man. I mean, I know it's airborne, but, like, I could be airborne in a snowmobile, too, if I just fling it off a hill. What was I doing? I was making sure that all your guys got here. That's what I was doing. You would have had a Union riot on your hands, otherwise. Again, it looks like a snowmobile, but alright. You're just missing the tracks, that's all. Yeah, where are your baddies, anyway? Only one of them showed up. Bye-bye. And they're not Luigi, if you're asking. That's what I'm saying. What? I thought he was already on your crew of baddies. Oh, that's who you mean. I think you got the wrong idea, Bowser. He's just very enthusiastic about seeing me off. Has Bowser at this point ever actually seen Luigi, though? Like, seriously, at this point, have they ever encountered one another? Like, in canon? Did he fight Bowser and Mario is Missing? I'm not 100% sure, honestly, because the Bowser in Luigi's Mansion wasn't Bowser, it was King Boo. That's the game I've played for the stream that's in the Mario universe, is Luigi's Mansion. Boy, that was a while ago. But I don't know if they've ever met at this point. And maybe they won't if okay. I was gonna say, if Luigi gets away. Which way did you guys go? You obviously didn't go that way. Yeah, there's the pack of Koopas and Goombas that I know. I have to say Goombas like that. It's in my Italian blood. You gotta say it that way. Oh boy. Luigi, they're gonna push you in. Push away! Where is the door on that thing, anyway? Are you sure about the increased head count? Because the one that you... Yeah. Well, he's a deserter, but he wasn't unionized, so, like, that's why he's not here. Actually, that's even worse. Oh, God. Well, Luigi, I guess you're coming on this trip whether you like it or not, and if you don't want to be, you better be running. Damn, got him anyway. You should have gotten the Mario Kart out, Luigi, then you would have been fine. Just jam a mushroom up the tailpipe of that thing and you'd have been good to go. Now you're stuck here with me. Again, I don't know if they've ever met in canon at this point. I just realized that. I've played this game like a dozen times over my lifetime, and I never realized that at this point they may not have met in canon, Bowser and Luigi. Mr. Green Mario brother guy. Oh, okay. Well, that was fast. Okay. That I can do. And so the brothers are joined. So now let's check it out. So this is why I like the suitcase, because it makes sense that if you're traveling someplace new, someplace exotic, someplace foreign that you haven't been before, you'd take a suitcase with clothes and a compass and a map and your passports with you. So it just, I just like that it's a nice little touch, basically. It's like a nice little in-universe touch that just makes sense, I think. So it's good. I like it. Of course, now that I've been screaming my full head off for the entire intro, my voice is going to start going, so I better tone it down a little bit. Although that's never going to happen on this stream, so, and with this game anyway, so, you know. Here's our items. There's also a bean category, which we might need in the Bean Kingdom. And then our key items, which we don't have any of at this moment. We've got equipment, but right now all we got is work pants and work jeans. And then we've got our personal status along with our passports. It tells you your power, defense, speed, stash, HP, BP, and experience levels. And both of the brothers have them, so we'll have to work on those. I will explain stats a little bit more when we get into an actual battle, but for now, let's just save and continue and make our way up through the ship. How about that? All right, off we go. Let's see what the Koopas have to say about this whole ordeal. Oh, did you? And who's that? Are you talking about Luigi? Because I don't know if he's in training. Oh, okay. So yes, the brothers can switch places as well. If you press the start button, Luigi can go first and Mario can go second. There are advantages and disadvantages to doing those. Well, not really any disadvantages, honestly. But we'll get into the advantages when they become apparent. For now, Mario can be in front and Luigi can be in back. It's fine. And yeah, so Luigi has his own command deck there, so where Mario uses the A button, Luigi uses the B button, you switch places and then they invert, basically. So. Oh, okay. So these blocks are bros blocks. They can be hit by both brothers. They'll move sideways to the other brother. So you just kind of alternate A, B, A, B, A, B. Whoops. A, B, A, B. ABBA, if you will. No, it's actually more like ABAB. So, what you doing, man? Oh, okay. Sorry. Wonder what they're taking pictures for. Maybe the Koopas are getting their passport photos done. I don't know. Let's find out. We'll find out later. For now, we need to go up top. What's up? Yeah, we do. They're in the suitcase. Man, these guys have got worse short-term memory loss than I do. Okay, sure. Here you go, officer. I swear there's no cocaine in here. There might be shrooms, though. Oh yeah, actually, their passports don't have any photos on them, do they? How are you gonna identify yourselves if your passports don't have any photos on them? What are you guys thinking?
Oh, no.
Evidently you're not. Oh, okay, sure. Ooh, and we even get to cut the line.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice. So what do we do? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Sure, sounds good. Let's get a photo then. All right, Mario. Smile for the camera. What's that? Stand still, huh? No, of course not. Why would I do any of those things? Let's see. There we go. Now I look like a raving lunatic. Absolutely. No, don't take my photo! Oh, he caught me that time. I don't think he actually catches you. I think he just tells you that again so that in case you want to take those pictures, you can, so. Perfect. Now we will both look like raving lunatics. It's a good thing this ain't Papers, Please, because, I don't know if I'd let those two in. Oh boy. Alright. Well, we cut the line. Let's grab some more stuff before we go. We could go that way, but let's go down here first. Grab an item and talk to more people. Do love how they never call Luigi Luigi. Yes, absolutely, Amarella. It's a great running gag. I love it. And hello, Amarella. How you doing? Yeah, that kind of sucks. Don't want to have to mess up anything. Which lost guy? Oh, that lost guy. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that you made it. I'm glad you didn't get left behind like Luigi wanted to be. You are excessive sick. That sounds like a running trend. Cole is also excessive sick in the background. He's not in the background right now. He's upstairs, but 2 people in my house have the flu. So that means I'm gonna get the flu. And that's gonna blow, frankly, which is just not good. We got a 1-up mushroom for allowing this guy to be the first aboard the Koopa Cruiser, so that's good. I will never use those. If I do, then I'm doing something wrong. Ideally, I'll never use those. I won't say I'll never use them, because then the Let's Play curse will come to get me, so... You know. Oh, I probably shouldn't have broke that. Hi, some of your cargo was in the way, so, I kinda had to break it. Yeah, usually either Greenie, Green Stash, Green Mario, etc. It's like, if they say Luigi, it's usually like, you know, Princess Peach is the only one that says that, or like, you know, Toadsworth, the people from the Bean Kingdom, or not the Bean, the Mushroom Kingdom, basically, are the only ones that know it's Luigi. Yeah, hopefully you get better soon, Amarella. Hopefully everybody does, so. Well then, don't leave it directly in the way on my way through. There's a perfectly good alcove right over there you could have stuck that barrel in. Yeah, where is the deck, anyway? Oh, okay. Well, do you even know who I am? Because, I mean, if you want me to be honest with you, I'd run circles around Bowser, so... Oh, I guess fighting as a pair might be interesting. I don't know how much fighting Luigi's actually done at this point in canon, so... Yeah, okay. The best of Bowser's most elite troops. I'm so scared I'm quaking in my damn boots. Goombas. These are your most elite troops. It's a bunch of Goombas! Except for one instance where some people actually recognize Luigi. Yes, exactly, yeah. There's only a set number of instances where they actually recognize Luigi as Luigi, so. And usually it's still used as a joke anyway, so. It's great though, I love it. So yes, in battle, it's not just Mario dodging with the A button. The enemies will generally attack you one at a time unless they're using an AoE attack, in which case both brothers have to dodge. But when you're dodging in battle, Mario uses A and Luigi uses B, which is very confusing because on the Xbox controller, the A button is green and the B button is red, and I'm glad I'm not looking down at my controller, because if I was, I'd be really confused right now. Then again, this select button is the X button for me, and that's blue, and the start button's Y, which is yellow, so like I'd be totally confused if I like didn't know a controller at all. But if I do it now, I'm gonna not hit him on the head. I want to bonk the Goomba on the head with my feet. I want to Goomba stomp him. Like this. There you go. So yes, dodges are not just for dodging attacks. You can also counterattack if you dodge correctly. And there are ways to increase your counterattack damage, but generally speaking, you'll do whatever damage you would do if you don't get a timed hit correctly when you do a counterattack. So, yeah, usually if they're not like throwing their whole body at you, you're not going to be able to counter them though. So it's pretty easy. I could say that about most of the battle mechanics in this game, though, so I'm probably still going to explain them, just because that's the kind of person that I am, but, you know. Oh yeah, and in certain cases, the brothers will split up and they can get into battles solo at certain points in the game. When that happens, Mario uses the A button and Luigi uses the B button, just like normal. It's just, when Luigi is solo, he still uses the B button, so. Okay, now let's beat these Goombas up. I'm just gonna focus on them one at a time, I think. Get some timed hits in. For that one, basically, you want to jump as soon as it starts closing its mouth the first time. So it'll open, close, open, then roll towards you. So I'm not gonna really. I don't know if I'm gonna explain the timing for everything, but in this particular instance, you don't see the Goombas very often in this game, so it's not really a huge deal to. Yeah, nothing to see now that I murdered some of Bowser's most elite troops, quote unquote. Actually, Luigi, why don't you break this one? There you go. Just use you as a body shield. So now it doesn't matter which brother initiates battle, by the way. If Mario initiates battle, Mario will go first in this case, and if Luigi initiates battle, Luigi will go first. It's dependent on the speed stat of the brother. It's not dependent on who initiates battle, who starts the battle. Now, if you get a preemptive strike, which they'll talk about in a minute, the brother that got the preemptive strike will initiate battle by hitting the enemies, but they don't get the first turn at that point. That's the only part that might be complicated, but even calling that complicated is a bit of a stretch, so. Well, we'll talk about it in a minute. See, just as he closes his mouth, jump, and there you go. You're good. Solo attacks are pretty much the way to go in this game. They don't give you a lot of AoE to work with, so I'm probably just going to focus on one enemy at a time for most battles to make sure they all die faster. And Mario just got a level up. He's level 2 now. So at each level, you'll get a set amount of stats, just like that. And then you'll get a bonus stat, which is reliant on a roulette wheel, which means I'm going to be terrible at it and only get like 1 or 2 each time. So here are your stats. HP determines how long you can live. BP determines something we don't have yet, but I'll talk about that when we get them. Power determines how powerful your physical attacks are, and your magical attacks later, because they don't distinguish them in this game. Everything is based on the POW stat. Defense determines how much damage you take in battle from each attack. Speed determines your turn order, and stash determines how often you get lucky hits, and also determines your buying and selling prices at shops. For me, in the GBA version of the game, speed and stash are dump stats. You get plenty of both of them to warrant never having to put a bonus into any of them. So pretty much the only stats I'm going to put bonuses in are HP, BP, power, and defense, and I'll just do them one at a time, level by level. So at level 2, we'll do HP, level 3, we'll do BP, 4, we'll do power, 5, we'll do defense, and then we'll cycle back around to HP. So let's see what I can get. Hey, I got 2. Nice. Good job, Mario. Uh-oh. The elite troops are getting away. You can't treat us like this anymore. We need to be in the Union. And if you won't allow us to, this is what you get. Having a little trouble there, sir? Yeah, that's because you're a turtle. I hate to break it to you. I don't know how obvious that was. Sure, maybe if you get Luigi's name correctly, we'll even help you for free. Oh, okay, sure. So he's going to talk about preemptive strikes now, just like I was saying there. So yeah, if you jump on an enemy to start the battle in the field, just like that, you'll deal damage at the start of a fight. Yep, exactly. Okay, we'll take care of the rest. What's up? Ah, but there is a cost associated with it as well. If you fail the preemptive strike, like basically when you're running around in the field, if you try to have the lead brother jump on the enemy and they miss, and then the guy in the back of their party gets hit. So let's say Mario's leading the party, and you try to Goomba stomp something, and then you miss, and Luigi touches the enemy's body on the field. Then he falls over when the battle starts and he can't move until his turn comes. So usually it's better to have Luigi in the front if you want to be real technical with the stats and how the stats work in this game, because Luigi has lower speed than Mario. So if Mario falls over, he'll pretty much get back up immediately and just start attacking. That's not always true, but it's typically true. I usually don't find a need to do that though. I pretty much just put whatever brother I feel like in front because it's not a necessity. Like, this game isn't hard enough to warrant you actually like number crunching stats and stuff. So, but from that battle, Luigi gained a level up, so that's good. As far as the stats that the brothers specialize in, at least from what I understand from the stats table that you can see, there's a stats table online that you can see. Luigi specializes more in HP, BP, and defense, whereas Mario specializes more in power, speed, and stash. Specializing in stash doesn't really do much for you, and speed, to be honest, as well. But it should be okay. I have the equipment draw for the game set up so that by the end game, the weaknesses that each brother has should be accounted for by their equipment. So just look forward to that when we get there. Let's see what we can get here for that. Hey, 2 for Luigi as well. Not bad. Not bad at all. Hey, Adam. How's it going? Welcome to Mario and Luigi. We are making good progress so far. I don't know how far we're going to get in a single one. I seem to be talking my mouth off today, just a lot, but that's because it's the beginning of the game. So, okay, so if you want to get a preemptive strike, good place to practice, just do this, and don't go too far. If you hit, like, the edge of their body, like, as long as you hit them on their hitbox with the jump, you'll still be fine. And that gets a little harder when the enemies are also charging towards you, but we'll talk about that later. It's not a big deal for right now. I'm yawning because I just ate fruit along with my lunch before I started, so that sugar crash, you know. It's okay though, it's good sugar. Not just good as in like tasty. It's fruit, so it's actually good for me sugar. Okay, good. I'm glad that you were able to imprison the Goombas so they can't unionize. Am I glad for that? No, not really. Whatever. Not my problem. I'm not the union leader. What's up? Doing good. Playing RE7's not a hero since it's free. This game is the bee's knees. I really liked RE7 when we played it, so yeah, it was really good. Maybe one of these days we'll go back and play it. We'll see. Yes, you're the 3rd person to tell me that. Maybe even the 4th. Maybe I wasn't paying enough attention. Save album up here. And now that sign is even telling me to hit it off and to save in my travels. I will do so because we just came across it, but like, still a little bit. I mean, it's fine that they have these save albums all over the place because it's a Game Boy game, so like you may only be able to play it in little chunks because it's a portable game, you know what I mean? So having them all over the place is actually probably better than having them in like spread out a little bit, because then it's like you might lose an hour of progress because you have to turn the Game Boy off because you can only play 10-15 minutes of it at a time. Oh, you're referring to Superstar Saga, but RE7's fun too. Okay, yes. So both games are the bee's knees, yes. Both games are the bee's knees, I agree. The Pinch Crane? Mr. Pinch. Yeah, I don't think I want to know why. That sounds vaguely sexual. Oh, okay. Well, there is cargo in the way. The deck is actually right over there, but we can't get there right now because there's a bunch of cargo in the way, so hopefully we can use the crane to get that out of the way. Somebody was joking. Those Goombas, like I said, they're trying to unionize, man, and they're probably taking it out on all of you. Alright, Mr. Pinch, let's see what you can do. I really, honestly, again, don't want to know because it sounded vaguely sexual, but Luigi, don't give him any ideas. No, Mr. Pinch, no! Ah, damn it. He kidnapped my brother! Let's just, yeah, I'll say. Grabbed him by the head, man. Holy cow. It's not an ant. This ain't Pikmin. Use you as a lookout. Oh my god. You'd think they'd already have someone on that job, but apparently not. Think a Goomba Union was actually a joke in the future game? I wouldn't be surprised. The Goombas get treated like crap in a lot of cases. They're like the base foot soldiers, so it kind of sort of makes sense, but like, still, they're probably like, I'm sick and tired of all this shit. I'm sick and tired of being treated like a random foot soldier with no life and no personality for 25 years. We're unionizing. I wouldn't be shocked. Okay, good. Well, we're almost there then. I need my alone time with the Mario Brothers. Get the fuck out of here. Luigi, what the hell? How did your eyeballs go through the binoculars? What's all the hoopla? I think you'd know, Koopa. You're the one with the Koopa in the name, so you'd know the hoopla. What the fuck am I saying? Let's just see what's gonna happen here. Who's attacking us? Oh, not you again. God, light years doesn't measure time, it measures distance? What am I even referencing there? I forget. Oh well, doesn't matter. How dare you do that? I was gonna do that. Well, now you got the brothers steamed. That's not good. And what is your next plan, anyway? Oh, okay. Apparently we won't find out right now. And who's this toady? Quite literally. Most best pupil, huh? I can see that. No, I'm not giving you the chase. I'm giving chase. Fawful's, accent, if you want to call it that, is something else. So, if you see him say something that sounds really dumb, it's because it's Fawful. It's just his thing. And this is also his thing, making metaphors that are like way too overcomplicated. So, oh, is it Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow? Okay, with Brock. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because you beat that second trainer in there, and he's like, "You'll never get to Brock in like 1,000,000 light years," or something like that. And then he's like, "Ah, damn it, it's distance, not time." I remember now. Thank you, Conker. Leave this on the background. I'll be right by. All right, Adam. Sounds good. I don't want to be Mustard. Oh, God. We could have had 3 party members. Come on, Bowser. Get up. I'll feed you a where do you go? Feed you a mushroom if I have to. Oh, God. He's getting a drop on us. Yes, you're right. It is my turn. Let me attack you. See? Really is my turn. Alright, Fawful, let's do this. So Fawful is currently flying in his headgear, so let's damage the headgear first to get him on the ground. What'd you call me? Think Rat? That's interesting. Everything Fawful does is quote-unquote interesting. He has his own way of being, and it's just... It's so this game, really. Like, I don't know any other way to describe it, honestly. Do I want to dodge his attacks? No, absolutely not. How does everybody keep doing that? Is there like a teleporter behind me that just teleports people through time and space across the ship? Fawful did it, now Bowser did it. Like, I already know how to dodge this Bowser. So basically, before, he's just attacking one brother, right? When he says this, and this is highlighted in the color, that's the brother he's attacking first, and then he'll attack the other brother. So, yeah, his tells aren't too bad. It's the beginning of the game, so they don't want to make the tells too complicated. So yeah, Mario first because he was highlighted, and then Luigi. So. Oh, think we got him. Oh, we got the headgear. Okay, good. Give it to him, Luigi. Bam. So now his tells are not in his text box anymore, but he'll walk up to the brother that's going to do it. When you see him, so when he's doing that, he'll laugh at you, right? He laughs twice, so he bounces up and down while he's laughing. So he'll bounce up and down, then he'll bounce up and down again, and then he'll roll towards you. When you see him come up from the second bounce, that's when you jump, and then you can dodge his attacks. So I'm getting way too complex with all this for this kid's game. See, like, there's 2, then you jump, and then you're good. We'll see if he does it again, and I can kind of describe specifically when. Okay, well, you get the idea. Because you're terrible, Fawful, that's why. Are you having a seizure now? Oh, well, apparently he's got spare headgear, though. Oh boy, here it comes. Yep, that's the line. He said the line. I'm sure you do, Fawful. I'm sure you do. Well, then why did you even stay here? Like, I know what you're about to do. Why didn't you just do this in the first place? Like, that would have been a little more productive, wouldn't it? Does anybody know how to repair a ship? Because we're kind of exploding. Guys? Guys? God damn it. It's been sighted above. Okay, but why are the binoculars down here then? That's gotta hurt. I'll say, I mean, we were trying to come here to pay our medical bills from the castle exploding. Now we just exploded into space. Mario! Oh no! Luigi, you sent him to the moon. Well... Clank, where are you? Oh, sorry. Okay, well, the Koopa Cruiser kind of blew up, but we're still in one piece. The same cannot be said about these Koopas, but, you know. Sounds like you guys are going to have to work it off just like I'm working off my medical bills. Good lord. Okay, I'll go find Bowser so he'll know what to do. Oh, did he? Well, that's convenient. He doesn't even have to pass through customs now. Which is probably good, because I don't know if their camera could... Like, if we're taking up this much of the screen on our pictures, I don't know if the camera could have taken Bowser's picture and been fine. They would have had to take, like, a profile picture, like a shoulder up or something, you know? I mean, I'm not trying to say nothing about Bowser. He's just a big guy, that's all. Alright, let's go through customs. Customs is a little different than what you'd expect. There's a lot less paperwork with the Bean Bean Kingdom. What are you Hammer Bros doing here? It looks like you guys got a new lease on life. You're not exactly throwing hammers anymore. Good times? We kept stomping on you. How much of a good time could it honestly have been? Don't answer that. Yeah, that would be nice. We need to get into the Bean Bean Kingdom, so... Right. Oh, you're border security now. Okay. Oh, that's fine. So we didn't even need the passports. Well, maybe we do, but since we have them, they're gonna have us do something else. Border jump, huh? Why don't you tell me what that's all about? Hey, SB, how's it going? Sad because you're late because you hadn't started when you first came in and then you meant to come back. Oh, sorry. Let's see. I was a little late today, I think. I started at like 4:35 because I was throwing in laundry and stuff before I started, so... I was a little late on the draw today, but we're here now, so how you doing? So basically what they're going to do is there's a flag in the background there, and you can check it out while I'm doing the jumping here. They're going to pull out a rope, and we have to jump over it. If any of us make 3 mistakes, then we have to start over. So there's the flag in the background glowing right there. Here's the rope. And they're going to give us an example here. So Mario jumps with A, Luigi jumps with B, just like usual. And they will move the border line so that you can jump over it. And then they'll have Luigi do it. So, just like that. It's a lot harder than that because they're actually going to, you know, do other stuff, so. But this is the tutorial, so they got to make it a little easy on you. Okay, fair enough. Not you meant to tune in and just forgot. Well, that's alright, SB, no problem. Like I said, you're here now, so that's what counts. Good, dinner in half an hour, working on fixed stuff now. Okay, cool. Keep working on that then, SB. Keep working at it a little bit every day, and it'll get worked on pretty good. I don't want to say it'll get done, because I don't know how much you actually want to do for it, so... Saying it'll get done anytime soon might be counterproductive to what you want to do with it. It might be an odyssey, you know, like a long-form story. So... It'll get done eventually, but it'll get worked on until then. You know what I mean? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Let's do the border jump. Level 1. Let's not make a mistake right out the gate. Whoa. Okay, they're getting a little fancy now. Oh, trying to fake me out a little. That one you got to be a little careful with because they go slower. So if you jump like too early, you'll end up hitting the rope just like that. Basically, I mixed up my buttons. There we go. And then they even do one of these. Cool, we did it. This minigame is kind of difficult when you were a kid. I think honestly, it's still somewhat difficult. Like for me anyway. Like it's not my preferred minigame to play for later in the game when you can use it for getting certain items. I don't use this one particularly. We might still do all of the border jumps anyway, but I don't know yet. I'll figure that out by the time the game's over. Never be finished till the game's story ends, but now you get you trying to work on it regularly. Well, that's good. As long as you work on it regularly, you'll make progress on it over time. So. Okay, why do I have to be extra careful? In a place that sounds like a bunch of laughing, why do I have to... Wait, hang on! I need to answer that question. Alright, let's go. Luigi, I need you as a human shield. Go ahead. What up? Oh, really? Nobody else must be that good at jumping, apparently. Oh, what's that? We got a Bean Bean Kingdom map! How nice, thank you. Oops, sorry, I bumped the mic stand. Well, yeah, obviously. Gotta feel like you know where you're going. Probably be better to see where we're going anyway. So yeah, the map that they have there is on our passport screen, well, our suitcase screen, really. And you can check it out by going here. Here's the whole kingdom, we're up there, and if you press the A button, you can see where you are. We're in Stardust Fields currently, so. Played some of Bowser's Inside Story, but don't think you ever beat it. What's the story so far? So Princess Peach's voice has been taken. She was not kidnapped at the beginning of this one. Her voice was taken by the ambassador of the Bean Bean Kingdom, and then she had her voice, basically her voice was replaced by the ambassador with bombs. So every word out of her mouth now is a bomb. So we had to come to the Bean Bean Kingdom so that we could see the queen and the ambassador to try to get her voice back. And then the ambassador, quote unquote, ambushed us on the Koopa Cruiser. On the way to the Bean Bean Kingdom, the Koopa Cruiser blew up, and now we just got across the border after plummeting out of the sky, so. But as we all know, it's an RPG, so these characters can survive falls of infinite height, so Mario and Luigi were fine. The Koopas not so much, but they're not main characters, so that's why. This is a warp pipe. You should probably know what that is if you've played any Mario game ever. There's a total of 9 in the GBA version, and I think there's like 13 or 15 or something like that in the 3DS version of this game. But we're going to try to find all of them so that we can use them to fast travel around all over the place in the kingdom. So, seems inconvenient, the bomb thing, I mean. Yeah, really. She makes a lot of appearances by airplane in a lot of the kingdom, so having her voice literally be bombs would be very inconvenient for her travel plans. Bean Bean Bulletin. Disturbing facts uncovered in Area 64. Too bad it's not 5 more than that. Recent studies show that the Spiky Stardust Defense System, SSDS, can be jumped. It's easy, just press the A button and then immediately press the B button. Such a defense gap is appalling. Improvements are demanded to prevent an increase in intruders. Intruders, you say. How about we use their... directly before all of the spikes. And there won't be, they won't have a problem with intruders. Oh, hello, a fighter fly.
Oh no.
And that's what happens if you miss the jump. So Luigi's gonna fall over and now he can't attack until his turn. And I think the fighter flies are a little faster than both of the brothers, so thankfully they both went for Mario, which allows me to attack them before Luigi's turn. But if not, Luigi will get hit while he's on the ground and then he'll take damage, which is just no good. Thank you for helping me demonstrate that, Fighter Flies. You're a real pal. Oh, there was a lucky hit. Explosive dialogue is very dangerous for Peach's castle. Yes, it's very dangerous for pretty much everything, the castle included. So yeah, that's why if you want to be super efficient, you'll want to have Luigi out first, so that way, even if Mario gets hit, Mario's speed stat is a priority for him. He gets a lot more boost in it than Luigi does, so he's usually faster than most opponents that you're going to fight, so... These guys must have like 5 HP. because I'm doing exactly 5 and they're dying, so... Or 4, I don't really know yet. Ooh, save them. Let's see what we got over here. After we save our progress, after blowing up. Oh, well, we found Bowser. Get him out of there, Luigi. Oh, nice, we even got 3 coins out of it. I don't want to know where he had those. Probably his absolute storage space, but, you know. You're stuck? Hey, man, I'm not even making diet jokes. I was just saying before, you're just a big guy. I get it. That guy's fat, though. Maybe amusing for you. I don't think it's so amusing for him. So this is Tolstar, the king of Stardust Fields. That explains why he's speaking to him in such a condescending voice. He's also a king, so... Well, you wouldn't be impressive either if you were stuck in somebody's cannon. Oh, in coins? Okay. All of my coins, you say? It's a good thing Toadsworth gave us all those coins before we left. Oh, will you? I mean, Bowser's already laughingstock anyway, so does it matter if you keep it secret? Yes, we will. Here, have them. 119 coins for you. Yeah, does that matter? Oh, yeah, I forgot the exchange rate. What is the exchange rate now, anyway? Oh, I guess he's gonna do it for us. Oh, man, the exchange rate around here sucks. Uh-huh, so what do we do instead? So we need 100 Bean coins in order to go through here. Which kind of doesn't make sense because 19 of those coins that actually, I don't know if it was 19. Whatever coins we got from the Fighter Flies would be Bean coins, wouldn't they? Unless they were in Bowser's pocket or something. So, well, whatever, it doesn't matter. Excuse me, we gotta go find 100 coins, so let's go find them. And see what we can do to help out Bowser. He's a good friend. Kind of. Actually, he's our enemy most of the time. It doesn't matter, let's go. Oh yeah, I can show you this, hang on. So, right over here, we actually can't jump up this ledge just yet, so we'll circle around later. Mario can't get a head start to get a triple jump, you see, when Luigi's right behind him, so... Whoop, whoop. Hey, ho, ha! There we go. Almost missed the jump again. That wouldn't have been good. Okay, so they have 5 HP. Got it. Oh yeah, I'm not really telling you how to dodge those guys, am I? So they have a slow-moving jump that they do to you. It's kind of rhythmic, though. It's like 1, 2 on top of you. So... you can kind of get it pretty easily. Just watch when they're moving, and then eventually you'll be able to jump over them. I think they have a palette swap later in the game that jumps at you faster than that, but it's still basically just the same rhythm. Just wait for them to get to the second one, wait a split second, and then jump over them, and you'll counterattack, so... Ooh, this one's got a lot in them. I jumped too early. You gotta get the rhythm just right for those coin blocks there if they're gonna have a bunch of coins in them. I was gonna say, I don't know if it's a good idea to be jumping in here, because I can't see the guy. And jump there. So yeah, it's not too hard to get the timing for it. Like, if you need the timing for these guys, I mean, whatever. If you're a kid, it's like, whatever. I don't know what to tell you then, though, but as a kid, when I was a kid and I played this game, I didn't have a very hard time getting the timing for those guys, so I can't imagine it's that hard for other people. Anyway, Mario leveled up. Awesome. Let's give him BP this level. See if we can get a good one. No whammies. 3 points! Hell yeah. Nice. Yeah, see there, I barely hit the side of his hitbox there, but I still got him. Okay, we got a new enemy in the back there. Bill Blasters. They'll shoot bullet bills at you. We'll take care of them in a minute. And hey, Mario got enough power to actually increase the damage he deals to those fighter flies, excuse me. Good. I don't think Luigi got enough power for that, though. Yeah, he still does 2 to the Bill Blasters, so... And Mario still does 2. They must have more defense. You can jump over or jump on top of the bullet bills with these guys, but that's not really a counterattack because it doesn't deal damage to the Bill Blasters. So you just gotta use the old-fashioned way if you're gonna fight them. Alright, Luigi, let's give you a little bit of BP as well. Let's see what we get here. There is a way to do it and get more than like 1 or 2 points each time. Like, if you spread out your stat distribution when you do the bonuses there, you'll get better numbers on the wheel. But the wheel, just in the GBA version at least, spins too fast for my eyes to be able to track where the 1s and the 2s and everything are. So maybe that's just me, or maybe it's the emulator because it's running in 60 FPS. I don't know. What do we have here? Bike pads, okay. So you can use these to traverse cliff faces like the one that we have here. So there's like a valley below us, and you can press the direction you want to go in, and then just alternate your jumps, and you can move across the cliffs. So let's go do that. So you'll just do one of these, one of these, one of these, and there's a bros block up here. Nice. Let's hit it up for some coins. Okay. And there is also something up there, but I don't think we can get up there just yet. I might be able to do like a really tricky jump to get there, but like that, but I don't know if I can also get Luigi to do it, maybe. Oh yeah, okay. But even if you do get up here, yeah, it's another one of those ledges we can't get up just yet. And when we drop down here, it's yet another case of that, so I guess we're gonna be going around. Alright, that's fine. I've never actually gone down here without doing this section. Hold on, let me see. Oh, okay, so there's enemies down here, but there's a bunch of sections here that you can't get up without, like, if you try to jump up here, you can't just yet. So you actually need to look around on that screen in order to figure out how to jump up these big ledges. So let's go do that. What we got here? Stardust Fields, Area 64. Oh, they were talking about this a minute ago. Okay. Well, can't get up there. What's under here? Whoa! Oh, hello. An alien bombardment? I mean, I guess if you want to talk about them that way. Didn't know that the Mario Brothers would be considered illegal immigrants. You'd think that them being celebrities in the Mushroom Kingdom, they'd be immune to that status, but apparently not. Oh my god. Are you guys, like, unable to see ahead of you or something without those binoculars or that telescope? We must find the LGMs or the LRMs. Uh-oh. Pretty good at that whole mirroring thing, huh? What can we do to change their mind? Let's see. That's a fancy trick you got there. Luigi's like, what the hell? Why were we messing around with them? Hello, gentlemen. Obtain autograph stat. Yeah, we can't have that happen. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, field support. I like field support. Bros actions, huh? I like bros actions, too. Alright, cool. Sure am. I can't go anywhere else without bros actions. Let's undergo some training. So bros actions combine the abilities of both brothers together and allow them to reach new places that they could not reach before. In this particular instance, we're going to learn the high jump and the spin jump. So Luigi instigates the high jump by being the brother in the back, moving his command to the high jump command, and then jumping on Mario's head and squishing him like an ant. And then jumping again, and that allows them to essentially reach triple jump heights without having to do a triple jump. So that's nice. No, don't explain it to me again. I hate when they do that. Okay, so now you just gotta reach the ledge to show them you know how to do it. So the timing is pretty much just as soon as you see Mario start to squish down, press the B button, and then you can do the jump, so. Otherwise, Luigi will just keep bouncing off of Mario's head over and over, which is kind of funny, actually, but, you know. So next we'll learn the spin jump. Mario has to be the back brother to do the spin jump, switch his command over to spin, and then he'll jump on Luigi's head, right on his head, and then you can do the spin move that they were showing you just a minute ago. And you can use it to move through the air like a helicopter. So that's pretty nice. Yes, exactly. So basically like what the bike pads were doing, except without needing bike pads. So let's go do that. So let's swap the positions, hit the spin command, and then go right across that gap. So yes, solo actions are the actions of the brother in front. Brother's actions are the actions of the brother in back. Unless it's the jump command, in which case it's always a solo action. So. Got it. Oh, and there's even more actions like that. We'll learn more brothers actions over the course of the game to help with platforming as well, so. Thank you, gentlemen. Yeah, we're ready to return. We're good. Why are those toads so stretched out? I don't like it. Well, they're Bean Kingdom toads, so they're a little bit different from the Mushroom Kingdom toads. So, they have different body proportions than normal toads, I would assume. Anyway. Oh, okay. We need to train ourselves in the high jump and the spin jump. Ah, okay. That's not too bad. They have threatening auras. Something like that. So you use the high jump and the spin jump in tandem, and you can cross gaps and reach higher platforms that you could not normally reach. Not too bad, pretty easy. And there you go. I'm not sure if you can leave. I think if you try to leave without doing the course there, they're just like, hey, you haven't completed your training yet, and then you're forced to come back and do it, so. But you do need to do it in order to keep going in the Stardust Field, so really it's not that big of a deal. Thank you, sirs. You're gentlemen and scholars. I appreciate it. I'm going to reset their bros actions to just regular jumps right now, though, because, well, we don't need them to do high jumps and spin jumps until we get a little further in here. And, let's see. Yeah, we'll have Luigi in front for a little bit. Why not? We're going to need Mario in front to do the high jumps, but, yeah, might as well. Just in case I miss a jump, you never know. Ooh, 7. Not bad. Just ignore that fourth action that you'll see in the wheel here, this bros action. It does nothing for right now. Don't worry about it. It actually does something right now if you decide to use it, but we won't use it until we're told to use it. How about that? Pay no attention to it. It does nothing. At least while I'm telling it to do nothing. Alright, let's save it now. See how we're doing on coins here. Okay, we're more than halfway there. Not bad. Let's see. Oh, okay. Missed the jump again. Jumping up hills like that is a little weird. Sometimes it sort of eats the momentum of your jump, which is a little strange. It ain't a big deal because I'm still gonna kill these guys no problem, but you know. Apparently we were faster than one of the fighter flies, but not the other. All right. Sure game. Maybe it was a speed tie. Either way, it doesn't matter. They're dead now. Alright, now for the Bill Blasters. Ooh, that helps. I think if you hit the nose of the bullet bill, you still take damage, but I'm not 100% sure because the timing on that isn't really too hard. As long as you know the jump height of the brothers, you'll pretty much get the jump easily. So it's not hard. The game's made for kids. You'll be fine. Let's see if we can kind of meander our way over here. Oop. Stay still! Damn it. I should have had Luigi jump as well. Oh well. Well, when the bullet bill fires at him. So what happens when they're knocked down is they'll take damage, but then they'll stand back up again. So it's not like they're stuck there, you know what I mean? They'll stand back up after taking damage once, so then they can actually dodge. So it's not a big deal. This ain't a perfect run. If you want to see a perfect run, go watch H.C. Bailey play the 3DS version of the game. He went the entire 50-something video playlist without taking any damage across the entire game, so go watch him do it. And really, if you need a walkthrough on the 3DS version, H.C. Bailey's walkthrough is very good, so I would recommend it. He was one of my inspirations when I first started doing YouTube stuff. I haven't watched him in a long time, but other than that, I watched his Mario and Luigi playthrough because, well, it's Mario and Luigi. Of course I'm going to watch it. Oh, don't bump your head, Mario. Where am I spinning to? Right over here, I guess? Oh, maybe not. Maybe over there. How about over there? I made it. Probably could have spun from the other side, too. Yeah, I probably could have spun from up there and, you know, not taken the long way around. Whoops, okay. You can do these blocks with high jump on or spin jump because they'll just dump towards the brother, but I usually prefer to switch back to regular jumps by the time I'm done, so. Oh, another one of these pads. You know what that means. And, you know, they're kind of calling to us. Hello! We're meeting again after like 10 seconds. What's up, guys? Oh, you forgot something? Okay. Ah, yes, so when you learn a bros action in the field, it's also available to use in a fight. So how convenient. That's very nice. And now they're going to tell us how to do both of those in battle, so that's why I wasn't using them before through that bros action in the battle there. I wanted to wait for them to give me the tutorial on it, basically. Oh, okay, sure. That's a tower of fighter flies. Oh, okay, they're just going to kill all but one of them? I would assume. Yep. What, you're not even gonna let us jump on it first? Apparently not. No, this is a special fighter fly. See, this fighter fly has like 5,000 HP to ensure that you don't kill it unless you have like a Game Shark code on or something. That's how they get around tutorial bosses or bosses that they have to say like special dialogue or have something special happen in the battle before you kill them. They just give them 5,000 HP because you can never do more than like 100 in a single hit unless you have like a cheat code on, basically. I think that's this version. It could just be in the Japanese version, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I seem to remember that being a thing. Either way, yeah, we have a new command here called the Bros Attack. And you'll use, in this case, you'll use the high jump and the spin jump to attack the enemies. So they're going to give us a demonstration. So let's go do it. So the spin jump in battle will turn into Splash Bros. So let's go ahead and use it. I'm not commanding this part. The game is doing this part for me. So what happens when you use a Bros attack, the screen will turn dark and commands will show up on the screen. But it moves in slow motion during input, at least for now. I won't be using the slow motion because there's a way to turn it off, but I'll talk about that in a minute. So yeah, you'll see the button input, you'll see the brother glowing, and it goes in slow motion to make it easy to press the button. So let's press the button. Since it's the tutorial, we might as well. There we go. And yeah, if you hit it correctly, you'll get a command right there that says, okay, or good, or great, or excellent. And if you miss it, it'll say miss, and then a different attack will happen and it'll deal less damage. So just keep an eye out, that's all. But yes, there's multiple timings within the same Bros attack. So right there we had to press A first, then we'll press B when we get it further closer to Luigi, then you press A before you hit the enemy, and there you go. So it's A-B-A for the Splash Bros attack. Luigi also has one for high jump, but I'm not sure if they show it in this tutorial. But now they're going to talk about the modes of the Bros attacks, and you can change modes when you're going to select the attack. So here's what modes do. That's the mode over in the corner there. It goes up to mode 1, 2, or 3. Mode 1 is the one that we just did in the tutorial there. And it has the slow motion and the button commands on screen. If you do level 2, you get no slow motion. If you do level 3, you get no button icons. So level 3 is the hardest, but to compensate for the fact that it's the hardest, those attacks also cost less BP to use, because all Brothers attacks cost BP to use. So I'm pretty much exclusively going to be using mode 3 unless we learn new techniques and I don't know the timings for them. Then we'll be using mode 1 just to show the timings, and then we'll go back to using mode 3. So that's how that's going to work. Just because it saves on BP costs over time, and it saves me from having to buy a bunch of syrup to restore my BP. So, and yes, that's what they mean when they say it'll benefit you greatly. It's basically just once you master mode 3, you can use these special attacks that deal lots of damage without using up a lot of BP in the process. So. Oh, advanced commands. So yeah, as you execute Bros attacks over time and you practice them, the Mario Brothers will come up with new techniques that they can use as a result of using that Bros attack so many times. So it's actually a good idea to practice their Bros attacks in each battle. Usually you want to do like one Bros attack per fight if you're not trying to conserve your BP. So, and I should be able to get enough healing items, enough syrups that is, to ensure that we don't have to conserve BP at any point in time. So. Oh, okay, fair enough. what they were saying there is kind of nebulous. Basically, when the Mario Brothers master a technique and learn a new command out of it, they'll talk to each other in the middle of the fight while the enemies stand there looking at them funny. And they'll say, hey, here's an idea, let's go do this. And then they'll learn a way to advance that command. But yeah, just for now, just learn the Bros attacks and get to mode 3, and you'll be good. And yes, you need to use Bros points to execute Bros attacks because they're not free, so that's the only thing you gotta watch out for. Don't have enough BP, you can't attack with a Bros attack. You gotta use solo actions. So if you need to get more BP, you can restore it by using syrups. So, thank you, sirs, you're gentlemen and scholars again. All right, so now I should be pretty much almost done with any tutorials that need to be done. I think there might be a couple more, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Either way, we're getting to that point where I won't have to be talking and jabbering your ear off the whole time while we're playing this game. I can just make my usual jabs and, you know, little one-liners that I usually make. So yeah, there's mode 1. You can see it costs 4, then 4 for mode 2, but 3 BP cost for mode 3. So we're going to use mode 3 and beat up this Bill Blaster. As you can see, it's a little quicker, but they still glow to show that you need to execute that action. So it's not too bad. I'm going to say that, and now I'm going to mess up Bounce Brothers probably. So here's Luigi's. Got to press B first, then A, and then B. The way that I usually time that one specifically is I wait to start hearing the sound effect that Luigi makes, and Luigi and Mario make when they're coming down. They make that "weird" sound effect. As soon as you start hearing that, you can press B as you come down on top of the enemy, and then you're good. So it's kind of a weird timing thing, but if you figure out the timing for stuff over the course of the game, it'll make your life a lot easier because you'll be able to remember when you can attack and stuff. So. Is it tasty syrup? You live in a place where you can get real maple syrup for pretty cheap, so you're a syrup connoisseur. I would assume that all syrup in the Bean Bean Kingdom is made from... I think it's all maple syrup, because they don't say what type of syrup it is in this game. They say what type of syrup it is in other Mario RPGs, but I'm not 100% sure about that. It could be bean syrup for all I know, though, but that might be kind of cannibalistic, so I would assume maybe not. I don't know. It's kind of... I don't know if they ever specifically say, so... Are we sure they're even toads and not just insane humans in toad hats? I mean, they could be. That is fair. They could just be like Toad superfans or something. Okay, so Mario leveled up to level 4. Let's see, we did HP and BP. Let's do power now. Come on, big money. That's not big money. That's okay. We'll be fine with that. The bonuses are kind of just there as, well, bonuses. You don't need to get the bonuses super high to maximize your stats or anything. There isn't really a point in the game where having humongous stats is a requirement, so don't worry about it. I will try to get high numbers if I can, but I'm not gonna, make a big deal out of it if I don't, basically. See, as soon as you start hearing that sound effect, you can press B, and there you go. And now Luigi got a level up, so he's level 4. Awesome. Let's see if we can get your power up closer to where your brother's is there. Yeah, well, both got ones. That's fine. Yeah, but the roulette wheel there ticks slower in the 3DS version, so it's a little easier to get higher bonuses. I think to compensate, though, there are... Excuse me. The bonuses are lower, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Because, you can get up to, +5 from the bonus wheel in a stat in this one. It's pretty nuts. But now Luigi should deal pretty decent damage with his regular jump attack against these guys. So I'm going to have Mario attack this one because it has more HP left. And Mario has more power, so, ooh, double lucky hits. Nice. And as you can see, we just, a few battles ago, we ticked over the 100 Bean Bean coin requirement. So we'll go see Tall Star in a moment after we fight a few more battles. Whoops. Yeah, we don't want to run away. You can run away from battles in this game, but why would you? The battles are so easy that there's no real reason to. I can see it being a thing, like if you know, if one of the characters bites it or something in battle, but yeah, it's usually not necessary. Cool. Now, you may have noticed we are actually almost out of BP in the fight there. That does not prevent you from using Bros actions in the field, though. It just prevents you from using them in battle. So let's go get some syrup in us, and now we're good. And now we can use our techniques again. So probably syrup will be like the only real supply that I will probably be prioritizing buying when we get to item shops and stuff. Everything else is pretty much just like... Because I'm not using the mush badges, which again, if you don't know what those are, don't worry about it yet, but they have something to do with mushrooms. I mean, it's practically in the name. I won't be using them, but yeah, since I'm not going to be using them, you really don't need to buy too many mushrooms in this game. You get plenty, even without buying them, honestly, so... Oh, and I don't know if I showed this with the Bros box. If Luigi's in front, it will just switch which brother needs to hit the one in the back. It won't require you to have Mario in front and Luigi in back in order to hit it, so... Just in case that wasn't obvious. Oh, hey, and here's that ledge that I said we couldn't get up to before. So now you can use the bike pads to go back if you want, but I don't want to. We got everything that we needed, basically. With the exception of... I think there's one section up here that we did not go up on top of, right here. So let's see what we can do over here before we go anywhere else. Let's see what we can grab up here. Oh, mushroom. Some more coins. I don't think there's anything over there. And then one coin there. Nothing over here, looks like. I go double check over here, why the hell not? If I can even get there. I can. Okay, nothing here. There are hidden blocks in the game that you can find by jumping in the correct spots, but yeah, I didn't really need to do that. It was fine. Let's save again, just because. I doubt I'm gonna need it, but I might as well. The saves will come in handy, again, in the event of an emulator glitch. Of course, I'm more concerned about an emulator glitch in this game than I am about actually dying, so that should say something. I'm not saying the game is bad because it's easy. It's just easy, that's all. Sounds like we've got more coins than you needed. I like to believe I'm an overachiever, Mr. King of Stardust Fields. Okay, sure. Yeah, that was the deal. Well, you did! We even have witnesses! The Mario Brothers are right here and they're witnesses. Come on, man. Uh-oh. Yeah, I know that. Well, how about I send you to the Mushroom Kingdom? Okay, so now we have to fight Tolstar, the King of Stardust Fields. This is basically the time to use all of your Bros actions. If you have the BP and you haven't been using them too much, basically before you get into a boss fight, if you see a save point right before you meet an objective or finish an area, you'll want to restore your BP because then you'll get into a boss fight usually, and then you can use all your brother's points to attack them and do lots of damage. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to attack them and do lots of damage. It's a good place to practice the Bros attacks as well, so... Now there, Tolstar has a tell, and I think he's going to tell us what it is a little bit later in the fight, but basically, there's a way for you to tell where he's going to shoot the ball, like who he's going to shoot the ball at, the spike ball, and whether or not it's going to be a low ball or a high ball. If it's a high ball, you just let it bounce over your head, but if it's a low ball, you got to jump over it, so... But I think he tells you what that tell is, like, inadvertently over the course of the fight, so... You might be able to tell, actually, just by looking at what he did there, so... But yeah, so that actually is his tell there. I'm pretty sure, even though he says, oh, even watching the hand I throw with won't help you, I'm pretty sure it actually does help, because I think he only throws them at Luigi out of his left hand, and only throws them at Mario out of his right. To be honest, I've never really paid enough attention to care, because he usually dies so quickly that I don't really get to see whether or not that's true, so... But he hasn't had a chance to throw a high ball yet, so... We'll get there. Not to worry. I can do one more Bros action with Mario and two with Luigi. Alright. Well, I like to believe I know what I'm doing. I had a good teacher, or good teachers. So if you see him laugh like that, don't move, because the ball will bounce over your head harmlessly, and you won't have to jump. So that's the tell for the high ball, basically. Whoops. Missed that one. Okay, so since that's the case, let me give Mario some syrup so he can get his bros actions going again. And then we'll have Luigi try again. So now at this point in the boss fight, he's pretty much almost dead, so he'll start throwing 2 of the spike balls at you instead of just 1. Oh, we've already advanced Bounce Bros. Nice. So we executed it 8 times successfully, and that's why we advanced it there. So now Luigi can use Bounce Bros in a different way. I don't really like the advanced command for Bounce Bros though, so I'll probably just use it the normal way. There are very few advanced commands in this game that I actually like using, to be honest. It's pretty much just there to tell you, hey, you're a master at the command. You can use it for other things now. But yeah, I typically like just the standard Bros attacks for the most part, so. All right, Mario, let's give him one more. Gotcha. And we defeated Tolstar. We get a 1-up mushroom and we can go from there. What's the benefit of the advanced command? So it's different depending on the Bros attack. In the case of Bounce Brothers, it's actually beneficial if there are multiple enemies on the field, because what will happen is, I can actually show it in a minute when we get to the point where Luigi has BP back. But basically, both brothers will bounce at 2 separate enemies. So if there's 2 or more enemies on the field, you'll be able to hit both of them at the same time with essentially a little bit less power than a single Bounce Bros. Depending on the command, you can either hit multiple enemies with it, you can get some debuffs on enemies, there's actually a couple of commands that you can use that are essentially infinite if you do the advanced command. You can do infinite combos on them, so you can just keep damaging them over and over and over again, although those attacks get diminishing returns on the damage. So it's just dependent on the command. There are advantages to them, but for the most part, I prefer the normal attacks. There's some exceptions, and one of them is actually a technique that we already have, that being Splash Bros. I guess since I already said I don't like Bounce Bros all that much, I could just tell you. The advanced Splash Bros is nice, but I'll talk about that in a little bit when we get the advanced Splash Bros. It takes a little longer to get that one. Alright, so let's do defense here. See if we can get some good ones. Okay, 2's not bad. But yeah, I'll demonstrate the advanced command for Bounce Bros, but because I don't use it very often and I don't like it all that much, I'm probably going to do it in mode 1, just to make it a little easier to demonstrate, and then we'll go from there. So, let's see what Luigi gets. Not bad. Not bad at all. Get you, we'll see then. Gotta go to dinner though, see you later. Alright, Espy, sounds good. Go have dinner, take it easy. We'll see ya. Looking a little shook up there, Tolstar. You might need to get some medical bills paid in a minute too. Okay, General Starshade, I can explain. This guy's my friend, and you may not want to light that up. Oh my god. Maybe if he would have listened. Well, yeah, I already knew that, Bowser, but, you know, you were just along for the moral support. Well, there he goes, and we'll never see him again. Nope, never. He's gone for the entire game. I think we got our BP restored. Yeah, we did. So we got restored to full health because we beat that boss. It doesn't always happen when you beat a boss, but there are occasions where it does happen. So got to take advantage where you can. And I will. Not to worry. Thankfully, Tolstar didn't take any of our coins. We actually got to keep them, so that's pretty nice as well. Let's see what we got up here. Hey, mushroom. Alright, I'll take it. I'm probably not going to need it, but, you know, now that I said that, I might, so. Oh, well, that music is a little bit nicer. We must be close to a town or something. Let's go see the residents. They don't seem too friendly! Hi. Prince Peasley, who's that? I don't even know who he is. How could I... You have witnesses? Did they tell you that that someone in a red and a green cap kidnapped this person that we don't know? Because I'm confused as hell. Yeah, we are. Lies! Squishy lies! We did. I'm surprised you don't know about it. There's a reason for it. Well, I guess beating him up actually helped us for some reason. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, you might wanna take all that back now. By something. So you didn't have witnesses. You're just trying to back me into a corner here. Right. Wore an odd helmet and spoke of mustard and... Oh, no. What is he doing here? Alright, I know who it is. I'll go see if I can find him. Well, anyway, we are now in Hoo Hoo Village. It's the last stop before... Well, it's really the first stop in the Beaming Kingdom, but it's the last major settlement before you get to the Mushroom Kingdom. And these are the Hoo-Hoonians, I think, or Hoo-Hooligans? God, I don't remember their actual name, but that's who they are. Oh, is it? Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Let's go down here first. There's a few things down here. You gotta explore the whole village, basically, in order to continue. There's something that you need that requires you to look around everywhere, so... Unfortunately, in here, we can't do anything about these rocks right now. Unfortunately, these rocks are immune to my jumps, so... Excuse me, we'll have to figure out a different way to deal with them later. We can grab these blocks, though, so we might as well. So yeah, even those purple blocks, you can't actually do anything about for right now, so don't worry about them too much. We'll come back when we can actually do something about them. Until then, it's fine. No big deal. Hello. Oh, is it like the 7,000 steps? Kind of sounds like it. I don't think it takes 7,000 to get to the top, though. Maybe closer to like 500. Ah, okay, so go up the mountain because it's a sacred place that you should see in your life once, and go down the mountain to get to Beaming Castle. I think, to be honest, I'd rather go down the hill because we kind of need to go have a talk with the ambassador about the princess's voice, so... Oh, did you? Yeah, that's what we heard. Maybe he was the eyewitness. Oh, okay. Where is Bulblanadon, anyway? Hello. Oh, really? Where'd he go? Oh. Okay, huh. Well, someone's gonna have to climb up and find him. And I'm not even gonna play. I already know that someone's gonna be me. It's just a matter of how. We'll just figure that out in a minute. Ah, I see. Interesting. I'll have to go check it out. So yeah, the Hoo-Hooligans that originally made this place are the ones that made these Hooroglyphs on the side of the mountain here. Yes, I know, they're called Hooroglyphs. They really went all out with the puns in this game now, didn't they? Is that even considered a pun? I don't really know. I like it, though. It makes sense in context of the game that they would change all of that stuff, so... It's not like they have the perfect opportunity to use this pun and they just call them hieroglyphs, you know what I mean? Or hieroglyphs, however you pronounce it. I call them hieroglyphs, but yeah, there you go, hooroglyphs. And yeah, the Bean Kingdom in and of itself, like I said before, everything sounds like a laugh here, basically, like Tee-Hee Valley, Hoo-Hoo Village, that sort of thing. It all sounds like a laugh because the kingdom was founded on the principle of joke making. Everyone here is capable of making lots and lots of jokes, and it's been like that since ancient times. So that's why this place is so funny, and both funny and punny, really, as well. The DLC, it was fun. Nice, Adam. Nice. Yeah, it was a lot of fun when I played it as well. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I enjoyed punching zombie molded people in the face. It was great. Yeah, that would be good. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. So there's a town down here. Bean Castle Town is down this way, so we're gonna have to go check it out. Well, all you gotta do is hike down the mountain. Just go to Bean Castle Town. I'm sure there's a lot of fancy stuff going on down there. Sorry, my ankle is itchy, and I had to move away from the microphone to itch it, scratch it. Sledge and Mallet, huh? Nope, haven't met them. Maybe we'll meet up with them later when we need to. Wonder if they're the ones doing all that pounding that I can hear in the distance. Oh, okay, thank you. Let's go check it out. I think we found our quarry. Fawful! What are you doing here? How about I give you this instead? Well, that's not good. Oi! I've caught up with you, you bastard! Yep. And we survived the crash. How about that? We have, yes. I heard the last time. I don't think I want Cacletta to smear anything over Bean Bean Castle, let alone her butter. Sounds vulgar. Isn't it supposed to be better late than never? Oh, now I get it. Yeah, okay, I'll find a way, Fawful. I'll find a way. Unfortunately, the stone is similar to the rocks that were in that cave. It's immune to my jumps, so we can't break it right now. Whatever shall we do? Maybe the Hammer Masters will be able to tell us. Let's go see if we can meet up with Sledge and Mallet. Sounds like Bulk and Skull, but, you know, not as dim-witted. Hello. Oh yeah, the guys that made the hieroglyphs, right? Okay. So mostly the people around here are the Beanish, but these guys are the hooligans. So those blocks with multiple coins in them, if you keep hitting them rhythmically over and over, one right after the other, you can get 8 to 9 coins out of them usually. If you miss a block, like I did just there, I didn't realize it was going to be a multiple coin block, it'll decrease the number of coins you'll get over time, so you might only get 5, 6, 7, something like that. So if you see a coin pop out, always jump into it again, just in case, because you never know. Whoops. I was going to say, I don't think we need a spin jump for this, but evidently we do. Whoops. My brain's getting confused because I usually just press both the buttons at once, but I wanted to keep the spin jump there because, well, it was the one we were going to be using. But yeah, there's definitely a rhythm to it with those coin blocks, but if you don't get the maximum number of coins out of them, don't worry about it. There are so many coins available in this game, especially thanks to an accessory that we'll get later on, that you'll never run out, basically, so don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Well, I mean, you can. You're NPCs in an RPG, so you guys usually never move. I think I'm thinking about that one a little too much. That seems like a bit of a stretch of a plan. Oh, okay, sure. Whatever. So, overhydrate from that fountain, huh? Let's just not hydrate. How about that? Hello. Oh, really? Pretty sturdy guy then, huh? You think? Well, we can't do anything with that guy for right now, but remember that he's here for later, because there is a reason to come back here and do something with him. So, overhydration at a fountain. If you try to have Luigi drink from the fountain, he can't overhydrate because, I don't know, he doesn't have the stomach for it, I guess? But if you have Mario hydrate, he actually does overhydrate, and he can hold the water in his body so that you can take it to other places. And you need it for certain puzzles and stuff, and also for this fan. So, what does the fan do? It gives you either a coin or a mushroom, depending on which one you have more of. At this point, I think it's like every 10 mushrooms you have. Like, we have 19 mushrooms, and okay, so now we have 200 coins. So it would probably give us a mushroom if we did it again now, because I think the exchange rate is like, for every 10 coins you have, it's equivalent to 1 mushroom. I'm not 100% sure there, though. It's not really worth it to stand around doing anything with that, though, because, again, you get so many coins and mushrooms in this game that it's not worth it, so don't worry about it. Hello! You guys fixing the bridge? Oh, the bridge suddenly broke, huh? That's probably also a Fawful thing. Probably is. Okay, so yeah, this part of the game has Star Tropic Syndrome. You actually have to wait for the bridge to be fixed in order to go to the mountain, and you have to talk to all the villagers in order to do that. I think all of these guys also count as villagers, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Can I not get in here? There we go. Oh, I think I found Sledge and Mallet. Let's see what they can do. That's not a hammer. Why were you trying to make a hammer out of a stone anyway? Like, you're better off just sharpening it into a flint, basically. Well, that's no good. Hello there. You, as it were. What are you guys trying to do over here? I would prefer that, yes. Hey, they recognized us. Hello. Yeah, we forgot our hammers at home, so if you guys could make us some hammers, that would be nice. Well, it's kind of a long story, but we need to get down the mountain and we are blocked by a rock, so... Okay, good, because it is a long story, so... Cool, thank you. Oh, do ya? Okay. So, in order to make a hammer to hit the block, we need a hoo-hoo block from up on the mountain. So, it kind of gives us a goal here. You gotta go up the mountain, get a hoo-hoo block, and then come back down the mountain. These guys will make us a hammer, and we can go back down to Bean Bean Castletown. And if we find Prince Peasley and Bablanadon while we're up there, so much the better. Oh, well, good. That sounds like pretty powerful then. Hopefully it's just that as powerful as that in battle. Well, we can jump high enough to do it. Yes, we are. Sure, we'll do it. Give us a goal right now. It's not like we can do anything else, so... Awesome. Sounds like a plan. I can understand that logic. And there is something to get over here, but we can't get it without a hammer, so we'll just go up the mountain first. Ah, and just like that, they're done fixing the bridge. How about that? Okay, thank you. I will be careful. So now we can go up Hoo-Hoo Mountain. Actually got a bit of like dungeon-like music here, so that's kind of nice. Whoop. So that's something you can also do, by the way. Let's say the brother in front misses the hitbox for the enemies that you're jumping on. If you have the brother in back also jump, they might hit the hitbox of the enemy. So then you kind of prevent yourself from getting back attacked. So that's a thing. Hey Todd, how's it going? This job training hurts. We're being drowned in info and it's only day 4. Oh, I feel for you, Todd. But hey, gotta think of it this way. It might be drowning in info there, but it is employment at the very least. So... hopefully it'll be good employment once you get all that initial crap out of the way. Also took your first test. There's 2 more before this 12 days is over. Weather the storm, Todd. You can do this. It's for a good cause, so you got this. Okay, so we got new enemies here. These are beanies, and I'm gonna just use Splash Bros and Bounce Bros on them because I want to practice my Bros commands. So, ooh, I get to demonstrate Bounce Bros in advance as well. I can do that while I'm thinking about it. So the beanies have 2 attacks. The one that he used there, they'll get really close to you there. They'll wait a second, well, more like 2 seconds really, and then they'll charge at you. If you wait and then jump, you can jump on their heads when they do that. There's another one that they do where they get a little bit further away from you to do a longer charge, and they trip, and then they just slowly walk towards you after getting up from tripping. That one, the second one there, I find a little harder to counterattack, but we'll talk about it when we see it. It's 15 an hour. You think I'm going to give this up? Oh, absolutely not. Not at 15 an hour, Todd. There's no way. So, all right, we got an advanced command for Bounce Bros. Again, I don't really use it all that often, so let's just do it on level 1 and see what it looks like. Whoops. Well, that's not going to work. I mean, it worked to kill the guy, but I pressed B a little too early because I'm used to level 3. We'll get it eventually. Oh, by the way, when the beanies ambush you in the field, they'll try to charge at you, and just like in the normal battle, they'll sometimes trip and fall all over themselves. If you stand in one spot as soon as you see them start charging at you, and then jump as they come towards you, you won't ever have the bro and back get hit. So I'll demonstrate it when we get back out in the field in a few minutes, but just give me a minute. I gotta get this advanced command for Bounce Bros to work first. So yeah, see, I have a harder time landing on his head there because of the timing when he trips. So oh, okay, the timing was there. I forgot. See, it goes to show how often I don't use Bounce Bros Advance. It's just not very often, evidently. So like, see how he charged at me there? If I had jumped with Luigi, he wouldn't have hit me and I would have jumped on his head, so. Alright, this time we're gonna get it. This time I know I'm gonna get it. Hold on. So A this time. So yeah, there you go. There's the attack. Now there was only one enemy on the screen there, but again, if there's more than one enemy when Luigi does the bounce bros there, you'll bounce backwards and then both the bros will hit different targets for basic attack damage basically. So it spreads out the damage of bounce bros that it would normally do across 2 enemies. Usually it's not worth it though. It's usually just better to kill one enemy at a time and get them out of the way so you don't have to do any dodging than it is to spread the damage out. It's not like most RPGs, so. Oh, yeah, Mario, get up here. There we go. Whoops, I'm pressing the wrong button. After a series of bad jokes yesterday, a friend of yours rediscovered fanfic.net. It's still alive. The one fanfic you actually enjoyed is still alive. Well, that's good. I'm glad it's still there for you, just in case you wanted to watch it, so... Or, watch it. Read it. Excuse me. How was it going, Commando? Missed the entire game. Very good. Very good, Todd. Lots of fun. Had a lot of fun with it. Had some laughs. Beat the game fairly easily, so... Yeah, see, there you go. He'll only charge directly to where the brother is, or he'll trip over himself and fall over the ground. So it's pretty easy to not get hit there and not have the bro and back get hit if you just stand still when the beanie starts charging you. So I have the hardest time with that one, I swear. Okay, that takes care of that guy. Yeah, it was very good, Todd. It was a very good time, as always. As expected. I mean, it's Ratchet and Clank, and it's going Commando at that, which is one of my favorite games. My favorite game in the series, actually. So, it'll always be a good... Oh, okay. Maybe because I was standing right on the edge there. I don't know. I didn't expect him to actually hit me. That's all right. It's fine. We'll be fine, but didn't expect it. That's all. Oh, right, Mario's got some BP left to use. I'll do that in a minute. Same as usual, still job hunting. I know that feeling. Yeah, job hunting sucks. It does. Gotta do it, but it's no fun, that's for sure. Back from dinner. Welcome back, Espy. It was risotto and therefore was tasty. Nice. Sounds good. I don't know what we're having for dinner today myself. I gotta go look. I think it's just leftovers. We have a lot of leftovers in the fridge. Like, we've got some chicken in there and we've got some pasta, which is usually good enough for me no matter what the day is. You put pasta in front of me and I'm pretty much a happy camper. So, and when I say pasta, I specifically mean like pasta with marinara sauce, so yeah, I'm definitely standing in the same spot. That's why he keeps hitting them. But it's Mario, so I guess it don't matter. There's a new enemy in the back there. That is the Dry Bones. So he has a little more HP than these beanies, but with the Splash Bros, we might just murder him anyway, or re-dead him, as it were. Yep, there you go. Without worrying about it. Okay, there we go. See, I usually don't get the timing right on that jump because you have to jump earlier than you would expect to jump for them in order to damage them with that trip charge. And it just messes with my brain, I swear. Sounds good. I hear risotto, and all I think of nowadays is Risotto Nero. I don't know who Risotto Nero is, unfortunately. I don't get that reference. Get back. All right, Conker. See you in a minute. See if I can get that jump on you. Yep. Before Mario drops on your head and says, "Oh no!" Yeah. See, the timing on that window is a little bit tight, but it's all right. We're good. We'll just use our solo attacks for now. I don't know if I have 2 syrups to restore everybody's BP. Let's see. Oh, I do have 2. Okay. Then let's restore some BP. I do want to conserve a little bit, though, because now that I have... now that I don't have any syrups left to restore BP, I want to save the BP until the next boss fights, basically. So that means this Dry Bones actually gets to do something. Okay, so when you see him twist his head up and down like that vertically, so he's spinning it forward like that, he's going to be throwing his head at Luigi. When he spins it side to side, he's attacking Mario. And the timing window on those is a little bit different depending on which bro he's attacking. I can't demonstrate it here, but with Luigi, you basically want to jump as soon as his head leaves his body. With Mario, you can get away with jumping a little bit after the head leaves the body, because it moves a little slower towards Mario. So, alright, good. Making good progress. If you see these little X's in the ground, by the way, remember that they're here for later. They're important for something, but we don't have the correct technique to do anything with them right now, so don't worry about it for now, but do remember that they're there, because we'll need them later. Whirlwind warning. If you have faith in your spin, step into the wind. Well, I have faith in my spin, so let's see what we can do. So yeah, those whirlwinds you can use to travel a lot more distance with the spin jump than you would normally otherwise be able to do, because, well, you get more airtime, quite literally. That guy's a little warm. Let's see what's down here. Oh, okay. Oh wow, he could fling that across corners and stuff like that. He's corner sniping me. What a jerk. Actually, yeah, let's use a bros attack. Good idea, Luigi. You reminded me. Let's use a bros attack. That's a Mario one. And yeah, see, like I said, you can actually get away with jumping a little bit later. You actually want to jump a little bit later with that one, so... I missed the timing on that one. I guess it don't matter, we already got the timing correct for the, for Bounce Bros to get the advanced commands. You have to, in order to get an advanced command, you have to execute the command perfectly. So you have to get it great when you execute the Bros attack. But once you get them perfect, you don't get anything else for continually mastering them. You don't get any new techniques. You just get the advanced commands. I guess I misspoke earlier when I said you get new techniques. You technically only get advanced commands. You don't get new Bros attacks from mastering old Bros attacks. So, yeah, in case I misspoke, that's what that was all about. Level 6, so that is HP. So yeah, as you can see, there's a lot more 2s and 3s on the wheel now that I'm kind of spreading the stats out, so... I was for Bounce Bros, yes, and I actually demonstrated it while you were gone. I can demonstrate it again so that you can take a look at it. Let me just... Hang on. There we go. I'm going to wait, though, until after the next boss fight. Like, once I get some more syrups, it'll be a lot easier to demonstrate them because I will be able to actually execute these attacks a little more easily and be able to restore my BP, so... So let me just wait, and I will demonstrate it again. So yeah, with Mario, when you're jumping there, you want it to be about halfway between Mario and the enemy. So, before you jump with the dry bros there. So, I almost said dry bros. Not exactly, we're not dead yet, so. Well, Luigi got a level up, so that's good. Let's see how his HP's doing. Yeah, like I said, a lot more 2s and 3s now, so that's good. You want to try to get a 2 if you can from the bonuses. It's preferable to the other option, obviously. Well, not preferable to 3, 4, or 5, but it's preferable to 1, so... let's see. That fountain is not working currently, but if we go over here... Oh, I was going to say secret treasure, but no, there is a secret treasure there, but we can't do anything with it right now, so... Watering hole, huh? Okay. Maybe we can take the water from over there and bring it over here, but first let me see what's up here. I think, yeah, just an enemy. Oh, good thing I had both of them jump there. He flung his head out a little quickly there. I'm gonna just, I think I'm gonna save the rest of our pros attacks and just do solo attacks because there's a sub-boss for this dungeon coming up in a little bit, and I want to maintain my BP so that I can actually attack them with our strongest attacks, so... But solo attacks aren't too bad. You get decent power out of them. They're not as good as Bros attacks, but I mean that's the cost ratio that you have to have there with Bros attacks, right? Is they're more powerful, but they actually cost you something, as opposed to the single attacks, the solo attacks. So yeah, this man eating beans. Okay, we got a syrup. That's good. That means I can actually restore my BP on one of them, so I can probably do it with Luigi. That's just to remind you about the overhydration thing, so let's fill Mario up and then spit it out on this flame guy to put him out. Let's see what that does. Okay, so putting that guy out had him pull in the smoke, and the smoke turned into a whirlwind. Well, I've seen crazier things, I guess. Alright, what do we got there? Another mushroom. I should probably use one on Mario, since he's at below maximum HP. Then again, so is Luigi. That's fine. Let's save real quick as we move up the mountain. And then we'll go from there. I got a message from the Colonel earlier. What was it about? Oh, okay. Just my investments. Alrighty. Nothing important then. Whoops. Guess I already had that there. Oh good, I don't even have to be perfectly left and right to hit this thing up for more coins. Almost got that 21, but it's alright. Whoops. There we go. What we got up here? Hello, Beanie. I got 1 syrup, so I guess I could restore Luigi's BP. It would be more preferable to have Mario's because he needs to actually work on Splash Bros for the advanced command, but it doesn't matter, we'll figure it out. Okay, so we'll do it again because SP was not here the last time. So here's the advanced command for Bounce Bros. Like I said, I'm going to do it on level 1, and this actually will be able to show you that it will hit multiple enemies as well since we're doing it on level 1. So first, instead of pressing B, you press A, right about there. You press B, B, and I missed it because I was a little too slow. But usually I'm not too slow when it's in slow motion. I just know that the slow motion always messes me up. That's all I know. But basically, if you get the command correctly, you'll do jump damage, the normal damage that you do with a jump, basically, to each enemy that you hit. So I'm not good at it, and I don't like it because it spreads the damage out too much in a game where it's usually better to just take enemies on one at a time. So that's why I don't like it. So I probably won't use it all that much.
Oh, no.
Whoops. That's not good. Let's just do this. Probably attack Luigi and... Oh, okay, he got up before the dry bones. I guess it makes sense. I am a little bit faster than a skeleton. But, you know. Never know. They spin their heads pretty quickly. They could be pretty fast. I'm going to see if I can... Maybe I'll do it in a different battle. I was going to say, I'm going to see if I can get that timing correct on screen again, though. But I'll do it in a different battle where there's more than one enemy to fight with it. And then I'll restore Luigi's BP. Okay. Let's see here. So we got to put this guy out, evidently. Whoops, that's the A button, not the B button. There we go. See, I think my muscle memory is messed up in this case, because normally the A button is on the right side of the bunch of buttons on the controller, and the B button, this is for the Game Boy Advance, that is. A button's over here, and the B button is over at the bottom of the set of buttons, but on this controller, it's reversed, so it sort of messed me up a little. In other words, I didn't really play Xbox all that much when I was younger, because I'm not used to the A and B buttons being in the opposite spots from where they normally are. Alright. Let's demonstrate the Bounce Bros with it actually working this time, hopefully. Let's see, Luigi. Okay, so A first, then B, B, and then A. And there you go. Yeah, I'm not as big of a fan of it as just doing lots of damage all at once. Like I said, it's usually easier to just kill... I keep pressing that like it's a select button. It's usually easier to just kill one enemy at a time. So, alright, Luigi, you're back to full. Whoops.
Oh, no.
Whoops. Double whoops. I'm getting a lot of falls today, apparently. I've fallen and I can't get up. You can actually use a Bros attack here again, so. But yeah, I usually prefer to just take on one enemy at a time in this game, so that's why I'm just going to use regular Bounce Bros so I don't spread my damage out too much. Yeah, no problem. Figured I'd demonstrate it, might as well. Might as well show off as much as I can show off for a game like this. I do enjoy it quite a bit, so. Like the little dance they do. Yeah, while you're issuing commands and stuff, they do that little dance. It's nice. So we can't actually go anywhere right now down here, but we do have another flaming guy, so let's go back over here and get filled up so we can take him out. Because if you get overhydrated on one screen and then you go to a different screen, it retains the water, so you can actually take it to separate screens and then use it for other things, so. Like in this instance, we needed to have the smoke be turned into a whirlwind up there, so that when we transition screens at the top of the area here, back over here, we can traverse the high cliffs there so we can move on with the level. Whoops, that's, again, not the B button. There we go. And spin again. Awesome. What's this do? Ah, so remember the fountain that wasn't working a little bit ago? Well, now it's working, so now we can actually go use it. So that's good. Should help us out a little bit. Let's see what's in here. Just another mushroom. I guess that's fine. Doesn't really affect me all that much, but you know. So now we can take this down to this guy, and we can finally take care of him and see where that leads us. Should let us get up to a higher platform here, basically. Because before, we went that way, but we couldn't go any further that way. At least I'm pretty sure I went that way. Yeah, the dry bones that corner cut me was there, and then there's that. So now there's two whirlwinds here that we can now use to move to different platforms. So off we go then. Let's make a pit stop right here. Just to grab this stuff. Don't want to forget about this. There we go. Whoops. And the trail continues over here, so let's move over here. Ah, yeah, so usually when you see a save point like this, it probably means there's going to be a boss or a sub-boss around here, so let's see what we can do. Let's save first, before we do that. Probably want to have Luigi first for this section if you're playing along with me. You never know, there might be people who watch this on YouTube and decide to play along with me. Hell, Conker might decide to play along with me. He does quite enjoy this game. It was his suggestion, after all. And drums as well, so. Hello there, sir. You're Huhuros, huh? Nice to meet you. Oh, okay. How do I prove myself? You haven't told me the challenge yet, but sure, I'll take it. Oh, okay. So we gotta catch 10 Huhu spirits in 30 seconds. And if you fall off, you fail, which means you have to use the spin jump to catch the spirits. So here we go. Just got to do some spin jumps between platforms, grab the spirits. They do disappear after a while if you don't get to them fast enough, but, well, if you're not getting them fast enough, you're probably not going to get them all in time anyway, so. Of course, I'm getting really bad RNG on them right now, but... I say that and they all start appearing in the same place, so... Yeah, we're not going to make it this time. I failed because you kept placing them in the wrong spot. It's your fault, it's not my fault. See there, that's much better. And last one. Done. Easy. Yeah, 6 times in a row where they spawned at bad spots. Yeah, my luck there wasn't so good, Conker. And I don't know if I said welcome back, Conker, but welcome back. Oh, okay. Yeah, so my sub-boss senses were tingling, and, well, now we have a sub-boss. So now we have to fight Huhuros. It's a bit of a puzzle, but I'll tell you how to fix it. It's not really a big deal. What he will do is he will go underneath one of the pillars in the fight. There's 2 pillars total, so of course what you'd normally think is, oh, let's just break him out of the pillar, right? So you do this, but then he'll move to the other pillar and he will spawn a new pillar. So you can't just break him out of the pillar and expect for him to be vulnerable. But if you break the pillar he's not in first, and then you break the pillar he's in, he'll think about it, and then he'll move to the other pillar or where it was, but now there's no pillar, so he'll be vulnerable now. Excuse me. So now we can do damage to him, which is very good. We do want to break this pillar at some point, but I'll do it later, so let's just do damage for now. Get some damage off while we can. He'll shoot a... Whoops, that wasn't the right timing. He'll shoot a laser that moves from one side of the screen to the other at you, and you have to dodge it by having one brother jump first and then the other, so... It does good damage, though, so if you don't dodge it, well, it could hurt a little bit. But yeah, see, there you go. If you wait too long, he'll just go underneath the pillars again, and then, well, you gotta break the pillars again, so that's what we're gonna do now. He has returned, Conquer the Undying. Still not really back making lunch resist. Okay, Conquer. Well, we'll see you once you're back then. Why don't we have, since Luigi doesn't need to practice advanced bounce bros, let's have him break the pillar. And then we'll have Mario do his thing. I still didn't time that right, damn. I'm expecting it to move faster than it actually moves, I think. You basically need to have the first bro jump as soon as the pillar starts moving. So, or not the pillar, the laser starts moving, but it takes its sweet time moving, obviously. Haha, gotcha. There we go. That's better. Get him, Mario. And just like that, we took care of Huhuros. And we advanced Splash Bros. Fantastic. So now Splash Bros has a new technique that I will demonstrate. That one I know pretty well, though, so I can actually do that one on level 3 to demonstrate, so. Because that's one of the advanced commands that I actually do use over the course of the game, so. Let's see, so level 7, this was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so BP this level. Come on, no whammies. Okay, 2 is good. Alright, I will see what I can do then. Thank you for the training, I guess. I wonder if he was like a hooligan, like one of the ancient civilization members or something. It could be. Before we move on, though, we want to go grab these items that are up here, so let's use the spin jump to go grab them. Get ourselves some syrup. See what's in the other one. I think if I remember right, there's a one of those X marks the spots around here somewhere as well. And a mushroom there. Okay. No big deal. Nothing that I really care about, but, you know. It's nice to have. The syrup is good, at least. You mean the undead. Only if you are dead. Alright, come along now, Beanie. See, it worked out perfectly that time. Oh, we got a new enemy here. Okay. Well, I don't have to use Bros attacks anymore because I've actually advanced all of them, but I guess I could demonstrate these advanced Splash Bros on this guy. It doesn't really do any more damage to this guy in particular, but there is a subset of enemies that advanced Splash Bros deals more damage to, so... don't want to do it... No, I'll just do it normally. I'll do it level 3, so here you go. So, what you do is A, then when Mario gets over, press A again, B, and then A. And Mario will do a spin on the guy's head. But yeah, that doesn't deal that much extra damage to the enemy that I just hit there. It might have a bigger hit multiplier, which would in turn deal more damage, but I don't think it deals any more damage to that guy in particular. You'll know when I'm fighting an enemy that it deals more damage to. There's a specific type of enemy that it'll do more to, and I'll mention it when we get that far. So, all right, none of those ones. Okay, that works. Same thing, different tense. No, yeah. Although I think one of them is a... Well, actually, I don't know if it's different tense. I think one of them is a verb and one of them is a noun. But, I mean, I'm not really one for semantics, so, you know. Alright, so the real strategy with these Rexes, since I killed the other one too quickly, is that as they are now, they're too tall for you to dodge their attacks when they try to charge at you. But if you jump on their heads, they get smaller, so now you can dodge them. So let's just do that for both of them real quick. So, see, if he would have charged at me before, I wouldn't have been able to dodge him. But now that we stomped on their heads once, they actually turn smaller and smaller as you stomp on them over and over again. So now at this point, they're really easy to jump over. So we'll just get rid of the dry bones since these guys are easier to jump over when they are attacking. Because their charge is really easy to read. You just wait a couple of seconds. Like, it'll have that stomping sound effect that you can hear in the background. You'll hear it twice, and then they'll start charging towards you. So that's your tell, basically, just to jump over them. But it's really easy. As long as you stomp on their heads, you've got no problems. So, okay, we got a flame guy. And I think I need to jump down in order to get him unflamey. So I think I got to go up a little bit before I can go that. Debatable. I suppose. There's one of those X marks the spots again. Still can't do anything with it, though. Okay, let's do this. Now we could just flop back down if we go down here, but let's take a secret passage because there's actually some platforms in the way. So if we flop back down that way, we wouldn't be able to get back to the stairs here. As you can see, there's a ledge here that we would not be able to jump up because Mario can't jump while he's overhydrated. So Luigi can though. Well, Mario's overhydrated anyway. And that allows us to make a whirlwind that we can use to get further up. Now this one is different because I think this one moves. No, I think I'm thinking of a different one, actually. That one moves, but only after you use it. So there are some that will move later on in the dungeon that we'll have to deal with, but we'll get to them. Now this one, the perspective on this one's a little bit weird. You might think you have to go up there in order to use it, but no, you actually can clear the tornado and get into it if you go here. If you try to jump from up top there, you won't be able to clear it. You'll go over the tornado and then you won't get sucked into it to get the extra air time. So there we go. Now we going up here. I think we're almost to the top. I think there's only like 1 or 2 more screens before we're to the top. One means they can't die. The other means they've died once and came back and cannot die again. Ah, okay, gotcha. Well, that clears that up a little bit. Whoa. I wasn't even looking at that guy, and then I saw him flinging his head at me at the end there. Let's see if we can kill these guys a little quicker. Might as well practice this while I can. There we go. The timing on that last hit is surprisingly weird, though. Like, it's a little more difficult than it looks. So. In terms of the bros attacks that you can use on the Rex to get him to be stomped, I think it's only jump-based bros attacks, because later on in the game you'll get other bros attacks that are not based on jumping, and I'm not sure if those ones flatten them. I would have to come back, honestly, to find out, because you basically never see Rexes again after this dungeon, so yeah, I'm not 100% sure, honestly. I've never done the data testing, or the mining, or the coming back to find out, so. The best answer I can give you in terms of that is maybe. Oh, one up that I'm never going to use. Nice. But zombies are undead and can be killed by a bullet to the head, so unless you're referring to vampires or something, with just stakes those, yeah. Yeah, stakes usually work pretty well for vampires. Okay, this one's the one that moves, so you gotta be a little careful with it. The first one's pretty lenient, though. You can, it moves pretty slowly, so it's pretty easy to get into it. There was one up ahead, I think, that moves a little quicker. That one, that you can see the shadow moving up and down there. So you gotta be a little more careful with that one, because it will move at quite a good pace. So like right about now we should be good. I actually want to go down though, so I'm gonna go down so I can beat up the enemies before we take that. So we don't really need to beat up the enemies, I guess, but I might as well get a little extra experience. You don't need to get like a super large amount of experience in this game though. Like, it's an easy enough game where you don't need to like prioritize and optimize anything. So do I want to use a bros attack here? Nah, not particularly. Let's just get rid of the Rexes real quick. They're lower on HP, so might get rid of that guy with a counterattack now. The Beanie's almost dead as well, so we could probably just take care of that. Let's see. We'll have Mario take care of the dry bones. Luigi take care of the Beanie. And that takes care of the Rex. Perfect. Oh, I should mention, since we've been getting them as well, if you go over to your bean menu, you'll see that we've been gathering up Woo Beans. And it actually tells you in their description what you can do with them. We need to take them to Starbean's Cafe so we can blend them up. But we don't know where Starbean's Cafe is just yet, so we won't worry about that for right now. Just know that they're there, and I will be using them at a later date. So, just not yet, that's all. Alright, we gotta wait this one out a little bit. Because it just got there, and now it's just going away. Whoop. Okay, let's not fall first. I want to hit this sign first. Summit ahead! Beware of excessive whirlwind spinning. I'll be fine. I can excessive whirlwind spin and be just fine. Oh, I missed that Beanie. Yeah, well, it's a Beanie. Like, what's the big deal? Also, I might be fighting him anyway right now. Well, because I had to come down and get this, but, you know. It's fine. Okay. do some solo attacks, because why not? Because I didn't get the first attack on these guys, so I need to get prior damage off before I can kill them with counterattacks. Do this, and then do this. There we go. It's like I'm back to playing XCOM and telling you exactly what I'm thinking before I do it. No, it's fine. I need a high jump to get up here. A spin jump to get over here. There we go. Oop, nope, that's not gonna make it. Almost missed the thing there. Oh, hey, I can see my house from here. Well, technically the castle isn't our house, but it's... You can see the Mushroom Kingdom from here in the background, so that's kind of a nice touch. This is the highest point, I think, in the entire Bean Bean Kingdom, so it would make sense that you'd be able to see all the way over to the Mushroom Kingdom from here. Okay. Drop down here, pop up here. Closer to vampires, but hey, can't kill what you can't hit. Yeah, I guess that's true. If you can't hit it, it makes it a little bit more troublesome to take out, but... As long as you got good aim with those stakes. Oh, there's a save point, you know what that means. But first, let's go down here. What do you see, Luigi? Oh, it's a telescope that shows us the whole kingdom. Nice. Well, I can see my feet, basically. There appears to be a desert of death over there. Village of death, no, desert of death. There's the castle. Man, big glacier over there. Island. Looks like a barn or a school building of some kind. Some kind of crazy rock formation. That looks like the airport over there. The landing pad like that can only mean an airport. And whatever that's supposed to be. It's a forest of some kind, but I don't know what those things are that are staring at me smiling like the Joker. Huh. Alright, well anyway. Let's save here. And then we will see what's in the center of the summit of the mountain. This guy looks like a Pteranodon. Maybe he's Boblanodon. Hello? Oh, sorry. You fools! I was trying to get you awake, actually. Well, I wasn't trying to thief it. I was looking for you, frankly. And also Prince Peasley, but, you know. Okay, so this is Boblanodon. Now you're fully back. Welcome back, Honker. Welcome back. Well, then why'd you stay up here? Right. Oh, apparently there's an egg up here. All right, then. Interesting. Oh, okay, so it's not really a big deal. It's just you're keeping this weird giant egg warm while it hatches. Okay. Right, but how can you be so sure? Oh, apparently he's got a good maternal instinct. Alright, let's see what's inside this egg. Doesn't look too happy. And now it looks even angrier than it did before. Oh my god. There's a crocodile inside of an egg like that? I mean, I guess that... Do crocodiles lay eggs? I think they do. They're reptiles, so I would think so. Well, yeah, I mean... really though, what did you expect was going to hatch out of a giant egg like that? It's, you know, a giant egg. Practically only a dragon that's going to end up in it. Eee! Ow. He's going to have a long flight back, isn't he? Well, in the meantime, we've got an angry baby dragon to deal with, so that's just great. So now we have to fight Dragaho-Ho. That's an interesting name you got there. All right, well... Use up Splash Bros, use up Bounce Bros, and beat them up. Whoa. Got some bullet shots there, Jesus. I don't know where he got the hoo-hoo blocks from, but maybe we'll find out later. Oh, okay. So he's kind of like the Rexes. If you hit him and do enough damage to him, you'll actually knock him down. So now, basically, now that he's smaller like that, his attacks will actually be slower and they'll be a little easier to dodge. I personally, though, find them somewhat harder to dodge because the timing that I know is for the fast blocks that he shoots at you rather than the slow ones. So sometimes I mess these up a little bit. By the way, if he lifts his head up, he's shooting at Mario. If he doesn't lift his head up, he's shooting at Luigi. So, in case that wasn't obvious. Now, once you get him down on health a little bit, he'll spawn this block. Now, he's not doing anything with the block right yet, but soon he's going to jump on top of the block and then shoot you point blank with the hoo-hoo blocks that he's shooting at you. So we'll have to do something about that, but for now, we'll just do damage to him. You kill the boss, then he can't do anything to us, so... When he does that and jumps on the block like that, for Mario, you almost have to jump as soon as it leaves his mouth, but for Luigi, there's a little bit of a timing to it. Think of it like the reverse of the dry bones. So Luigi jumps a little later than Mario does, and then you'll be fine. So. Should be almost done. We've only got a couple of bros attacks left in us, but he shouldn't have too much more HP. Yeah, there he goes. He can also it's kind of weird, but he can, I don't really know how to say this without making up a word, but he can re-bigify himself where he just like stands back up again. He'll get taller again. And when he does that, I'm fairly certain that the block breaks when he does that. But I usually kill him so quickly with Bros attacks that he never has the chance to do that, so. Some of his boss attacks are near undodgeable, or you've always been bad at this, never been able to dodge its attacks when it jumps on the stone. Yeah, it's weird timing for it there, Conker, but like I said, think of it like the dry bones timing, like when you're dodging the head for the dry bones, except in reverse. With the dry bones, when you normally have to dodge, you normally have to wait a split second with Mario before you jump, and with Luigi, you jump immediately as he flings his head at you. If you think of it that way, and then you reverse that, with Mario, you have to jump basically immediately because he shoots it directly at Mario, but with Luigi, there's a little bit more space between Dragaho-Ho and him, so then he jumps a split second later than Mario. If you think of it like that, it usually is easier to dodge, I find. So, but you're right though, I've gotten hit a lot by him on the stone there when I was younger, so. And even when I was older, I've played this game several times as an older person, and I've gotten hit by it. But that was my technique for how I figured out how to dodge it a little easier. And thankfully, I made it look a lot easier than it actually was when I was playing just now, so, you know. Yeah, it's just one of those little things. You'll learn it after, you know, playing it a certain number of times, so. Alright, let's do power this level. Okay, good, it ticked past the 1. Fantastic. And let's give Luigi some as well. Remember the piranha plant at the airport being hard? I actually struggled as a kid in it. See, I don't recall that much about the piranha plant. It's been a little bit since I've played this. We'll have to see when we get to it, but I don't recall much about the piranha plant fight. I know there's a point where you can like get critical hits and stuff on it if you hit it with the correct attacks, but I don't remember that much of a difficulty, but we'll see when we get there. Oh, okay. Is it turning into an adult dragon now, or that don't look like a dragon? Whoa, that's some shine you got there, Jesus, man. Okay, apparently he wasn't a dragon at all. He was a beanish folk. Well, you're welcome. I think. Oh, okay, that explains where Prince Peasley went. Gotcha. Remember the piranha plant boss? Man, I'm gonna have to look away every time he does that. I'm gonna go blind if you keep looking at that, Mario and Luigi. Jeez. Okay, what kind of accident? Okay. Oh, did you? Uh-oh, that's not good. Ah, okay, so Cackletta and Fawful turned you into Dragaho-Ho and then shut you in the egg. Seriously, get some sunglasses or something. Yeah, her voice was stolen by apparently the ambassador, although the ambassador was, well, Cackletta was posing as the ambassador, so I would assume it's not your actual ambassador. Oh, okay. I mean, she's in capable hands. She is in the hands of the Mario Bros, so. Oh, okay, well, I was planning on going there anyway, so might as well. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. How do you autograph a rose exactly? Good thing Luigi's got gloves on. That thing's probably got thorns. Oh, okay. Well, that's nice. Thank you. Jesus. Alright, see you, Prince Peasley. Maybe we'll meet you again on the road sometime. Whoa. We'll see you on the road again sometime. Thanks for the lift, Blablanadon. Let's go see if we can Well, see, I didn't really mention it when I was talking at the boss fight there, or right before the boss fight, but the hoo-hoo block that we were looking for actually fell down the mountain and into someone's chimney. And, well, spoiler alert for 5 seconds from now, it fell into the Hammer Bros chimney. Well, not the Hammer Bros, but Sledge and Mallet's chimney. So we're gonna go see if they've made them into hammers yet for us, if I can ever get into this. There we go. Well, how convenient. Definitely didn't happen by accident, that's for sure. Oh, okay, cool. Make me a hammer, sirs. Or, well, maybe make me 2, because Mario and Luigi both need 1 each, so... Ah, there we go. Well, good. I'm glad that you guys got to do what you love. Oh, sweet. Now you're cooking with style. Awesome. We got hammers! Very good, very good. So now you can use a solo hammer action outside of combat. And what you do there is the brother in front will use the hammer for now. So you move it off to, let's say Mario's in front here, so he would have a hammer, and then you whack stuff. Pretty easy. Yeah, and like I've mentioned before, if you're using the brother in front, their actions in the field are called solo actions, and the brother in the back has a bros action when they do things. So. Okay, sure. No, that's not a bad idea. Let's go check it out. So, yeah, like I said, only the bro in front can do hammer actions right now. If you try to have the bro in back do a hammer action, Mario or Luigi will get pissed at them. So, it's no good. You can't do anything with it now. I just got a nut from that block. What the hell? Why you guys got nuts in blocks? I don't think I actually want the answer to that, though. Alright, well, anyway. Let's go break some rocks, then, since we can do that now with our hammers. I think you could switch elements and stuff. Sorry, Laying the response. No, it's okay, Adam. I know what you were talking about. You're good. No problem. Let's just drop down here. We'll hit this stuff with hammers, and then we'll go hit that block that Fawful left for us, hammers, as well. There we go. Unfortunately, these purple rocks are immune to our current hammers, so we're going to need a better hammer in order to get through those rocks, unfortunately. But we don't have that right now, so there's nothing we can do about it. Might as well not worry about it, just remember that they're there and we'll be good. Vaguely remember that mechanic. Yeah, it sounds like the mechanic that it has. I'm pretty sure that Adam's correct on that. Well, we'll see how it all goes when I get that far. We'll see if I'm capable of dealing with the mechanic when we're there. But, alright, Luigi, break that rock. Bam! Got it. Cool. And there's another nut. What the hell are with these hooligans and putting nuts in blocks? Come on now. What the nut does, by the way, I should mention, since I'm using it as a joke at this point. They're actually pretty good healing items, because what they do is they restore 20 HP to each brother at the same time. I usually prefer using these in battle over mushrooms if I'm going to heal. I usually use mushrooms to heal outside of battle because you get, as you can see, so many of them, you might as well. So I usually use these outside of battle to heal, and then if I need to heal in battle, I'll heal both brothers while I'm at it. So, how we do it on Woo Beans? 7? Okay. We're gonna need a few more than 7, but we'll get them later. No big deal. Alright, let's make our way down the mountain just a little bit. I think I'll get to Bean Bean Castle Town today, and then we'll call it a day. We'll move on Saturday. So. Ah, got the fountain working there. Well, it was a lot easier than the last time I had to get a fountain working, so. Alright, Mario, let's fill up on water. And then let's break this, well, not break. We're going to break it in a second once I do that. You can also have Luigi hit Mario with his hammer when Mario's overhydrated to spit water out. It's a little bit different. He'll spit it out in sections of 3 when you have him use the hammer instead of the high jump. Like when you use the high jump, he spits it all at once. When you use the hammer, he can spit it out 3 times without running out of water. So it's useful for other puzzles later on, though. So since we don't need it right now, I'm not going to worry about it. Whoops. There we go. Should still get them all. Yeah. Yep, still got them all. What do we got here? Mysterious mine carts. Destination Hoo Hoo Mountain Base. Capacity 1 per cart. Oh, okay. Hopefully they got 2 of them. Let's see if we can get to the base on our own. Get one more syrup while we're at it. Nice. Another one of those X marks the spots there. But yeah, even with the high jump, you can't get to the base from here, because that jump is just a little too high for us, so... Let's take the minecarts then, no big deal. So let's save our game, and then we'll see what this whole minecart thing is all about. See if we can take them to the base of the mountain, we'll look around a little bit, and then we'll have to be Mean Castle Town. Well, this is a little bit less dungeon-like music in here now. We even got an old man and his puppy here. Hello, pup. Hello, old man. Well, yeah, somebody left a rock in the way. Nobody could even climb down the mountain from Hoo Hoo Village. Okay, cool. Really? I mean, doesn't it say the rails lead to Hoo Hoo Mountain Base? I guess on the way there, they don't know what's in the caves, but, you know. Oh, really? Okay. You know what? Sure. We'll just, actually, why don't you explain the carts to us a little bit? Because your explanation was fine, I kind of got it, but just in case. So here's how the mine carts work. It's another minigame. Yeah, the background's a little bit dark right now, so. Okay. There it goes. Ah, I see. So now we want to move what you have here is you have Mario with the flashlight, and you can move it in any direction. We want to find Luigi. Here he is. So basically, yeah, Luigi won't be able to see in front of him if you don't have Mario shine the light on him. So in addition to moving with the minecart, which is what we're going to do right now, well, actually, after we do this, you can jump with the minecart with A and B, but you want to make sure you're lighting up the way for Luigi so you can see what's in the way of him. And that has something to do with the jewel hunting we're going to do. The diamonds you can grab, and you have a little score counter on the top right. That tells you how many diamonds you have, and if you touch a diamond, you get it. So you can jump for them, you can run into them, that sort of stuff. Mario has red ones, Luigi has green ones. So you want to shine the light so that Luigi can see where the diamonds are as well. So there's one for Mario. Let's get one for Luigi. There we go. Remember this mini game? The dog's so cute, right? Yeah, it is. It's a little bean dog. It's so good. It's a nice little sprite. I like it. So yeah, it's not even just the diamonds that you're jumping for, though. You can also there's bats in the caves. There's stalactites in the I almost said stalagmites. Stalactites in the caves that can fall on you. That sort of stuff. So you got to be a little careful if you want. And if you want to keep your diamonds, you got to be even more careful, because if you run into the obstacles, you lose your diamonds. So you don't want that. So you want to jump over them, and then jump over this one with Mario. The timing is a little weird sometimes, because sometimes, like, Mario seems to move at a constant speed when he's moving, but Luigi's minecart seems to move at varying speeds, which I think is a little weird, and it kind of makes this minigame not so great for me. I'm personally okay at all of the like, basically what you do with these minigames is you play a bunch of different levels, one at a time, and then you play, at the end of it, you play a super level, which is every single level in the minigame back to back to back to back. And I'll be honest, even to this day, I cannot beat the minecart super level at the very end of this minigame. I don't know why it gives me so much trouble, but I cannot beat it. It's too much for me. So this is also not a place that I like to get items for later in the game. There's a certain minigame that I prefer to use later in the game that I'll use for it, so I'll tell you when we get to that. You're listening for now since you're playing with some other people and using voice chat with them. Okay, Conker, sounds good. We'll see you then. We'll be at it for probably about 10 more minutes, so. Okay, what's that? Oh, okay. Not very good batteries in this flashlight, huh? So yeah, we gotta look for some batteries while we're jumping around. So Mario not only has to collect diamonds, he also has to make sure Luigi can see. So he has to collect batteries. Otherwise, the flashlight will get dimmer and dimmer and dimmer until it completely runs out, and then you can't even see Luigi back there. So now the batteries move up and down, which makes it sometimes a little difficult to jump for them, because sometimes you'll jump for them and they'll move up, and just as you're reaching the arc of your jump, you'll fall down, and then they'll move down, so you'll miss the battery, which is just not good. But we'll figure that out later. It's not a big deal. So now let's do it for real. First stage shouldn't be too bad, I say that, and I'm probably going to lose anyway, but, you know. Let's see what we can do. So yeah, I usually like to keep the flashlight a little bit ahead of Luigi like this, because nothing will ever come from behind and get you, but you always got to be mindful of what's coming up ahead, basically. See, there's another diamond for you there. And yeah, you just got to collect them up with Mario and Luigi as you go. It's not too bad, but, well, once they start introducing more obstacles and stuff, it gets a little harder. So, and varying terrain and everything. See, like there, if I had jumped a little earlier, Luigi would have actually stalled out in his minecart, and he would have, there's another miss on the battery there. It's fine, we'll get another one, but... but yeah, Luigi would have actually stalled out there and hit the guy that he was trying to avoid, so... So don't jump too early on those batteries. That's basically the main thing that you gotta be careful of. And once we get to the end, we should be pretty good. I don't know if you have to jump for that one specifically, but some of them, they look like you'll just run into them with your head, but you'll go just underneath them. So I usually like to jump for them anyway, unless they're like really low. But we cleared it, so that's good. As far as collecting items go from these two minigames, by the way, I'm not going to collect them just yet. At a certain point in the game when I think all of the minigames will be unlocked by that point in the game, I'll go back and I'll tell you, here's what we can do to collect items from these minigames, so don't worry about them for right now. Hey Rockin' Fun, how's it going? Yeah, what's up, people who lives inside my computer? I'm trapped in here, they won't let me out. How you doing? Welcome to Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Oh, okay, well, you're not gonna go dying on me, right? I don't know no first aid. Okay, he's just gonna sit here for a little while. So now if you want to play the minigame again, you can talk to him here. You can also talk to him back in the other direction, but it's more convenient, I think, if I remember right, to get here at other times. So we'll do that. Alright, let's do this, and then we'll go save now so I don't have to redo that again. Track's End. Making it sound very ominous, again, like that old dude's gonna, like, keel over or something by the next time I get here. I'm gonna walk back, there's gonna be a dead bean in front of me. It's like, oh my god. Oh, who followed me? Oh, hey, Sledge and Mallet, what's up, guys? You guys always seem to be forgetting something, all you NPCs that teach us things. Oh, yeah, that's kind of an important thing, isn't it? Sure, let's learn how to use the hammers in battle. Tomorrow's the day when you'll be done with all the post-exam stuff. Nice, nice. Well, that'll be a load off then for sure. So it's the same thing as jumping. Mario uses A, Luigi uses B. Someone follows me. No, that's not how the hammers work. But Luigi, oh bros, thank you for following. I appreciate that. That means this weekend is going to be Lane's time. Nice, nice. So you'll have a chance to watch all that. You can binge it this weekend. That'll be good. Alright, so solo actions using the hammer. Here's what you want to do. So you see how Mario's shaking there? That's about when you want to hit, because that was when you'll get the most damage. There's like a revolving door of damage, basically, that you can do with the hammer, depending on when you smack people with it. If you hit it just right on the timing, you'll get the maximum amount of damage, but there's like a window for that, and the window's kind of tight. If you get slightly less damage, you'll still... you'll still do damage, but it won't be as much, so you gotta be a little careful. Realized that you sent me the Lane OST, but forgot to send the Deadlock one, damn it. No, that's okay, Rockin' Fun. You can always send it now, so no big deal. No big deal at all. Well, I'm glad that smacking you over the head didn't cause you a concussion, because I would have felt a little bad about that. Because you guys aren't exactly enemies, you did make these hammers for me. Oh, okay. So yeah, you can defend with hammers as well, just like jumping. So when an enemy walks up to you, you hold B, and then if you wait until... You don't want to wait until it shakes, basically, when they're defending, because if you wait till it shakes, it's about to... You're about to lose the hammer, basically. You're about to... It whips out of your hand, essentially, if you wait too long while defending, and you don't want that, so... No, I'm good. So yeah, when you're attacking, wait till it shakes, that's when you press the button. When you're on defense, you have to release it before it shakes, and you get the hammer defense. So, not too bad. Yeah, I got it, don't worry. I've played this RPG before. Yeah, well, we'll learn some new tricks. Whether or not those tricks are with hammers, we'll see. So... yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, if we can't take care of business after you helping us with all the hammers and stuff, I don't know what we're gonna do. Oh, okay. Suspenders? What do you mean suspenders? Oh, suspense, okay. I was gonna say, do you guys really need suspenders that badly for your pants? Well, excuse me, princess. Realize that Lane's OST is pretty similar to Silent Hill 3 with all the guitar, grunge, and garage stuff. Yeah, the anime serial experiment Lane. Yes, Adam. I have not heard Silent Hill 3's OST, though, because I've never played Silent Hill 3. We do have the HD collection, but I heard that thing's a bunch of shit, so I haven't had a chance to play it yet. Those black rocks we also can't break with our current hammers. We're going to need something stronger, so we'll have to work on that in a little while. Whoops. There we go. Didn't realize it was a bros block. Walked right up to it, didn't even look at it. Whoops. Come on now. There we go. Only got 19 that time. Oh well. No big deal. Hello, what's the... Oh. I stopped talking just a little bit early there, but... It's a Boo statue. If you stare at it, it disappears. Nice touch. But, yeah, we can't do anything with that right now, because everything we do, we have to look at things in order to hit them with it or jump on them. So we can't do anything with the Boo statue right now because it won't allow us to touch it. It becomes ethereal when we get too close. So, user who controls my domain through the computer, yep. Something like that. Nothing down here for now. There is another X marks the spot down there, but we can't do anything with that right now. So these guys you can actually hammer on the field. You can hammer every enemy on the field if you so choose, and when you enter a battle by hammering enemies, they get stunned. So that's an important thing to recall. I can actually demonstrate this right now. So Splash Bros advanced attack, if you use it on these Sharpies, as you can see, they have spikes on their back. But if you use advanced Splash Bros on spiny enemies, well, that was without doing the command correctly, but it actually deals double the damage that it would normally deal if you get all the commands correct, so... Nice hit, Luigi. But yeah, so that's what Advanced Splash Bros does, is it's there primarily to hit spiny enemies with jumping attacks. And it deals more damage than you could normally deal with a regular attack anyway with the hammer, so... That's pretty nice. These spinies don't have a lot of HP, or these Sharpies don't have a lot of HP though, so it's not necessary, but... It'll come in handy. What if we run into a boss that has spines, you know? The Sharpies, when they attack you there, they'll jump, wait a second, and then start walking towards you. As long as you release the hammer, as soon as they start walking, you can hit them on the first frame that they start walking. So you don't have to be like super precise with it. As long as you release the hammer, when they start walking, you're good. So, yeah. Although Serial Experiment Lane has a PSX video game too, should put that in your data. Number 6798251, codename Adam. Getting a lot of lucky hits so far. I'd appreciate that user rockin', yeah. What you'll notice, by the way, about defending with the hammers is that Mario actually pulls his hammer out faster than Luigi. I haven't had a chance to demonstrate it yet because only Mario's been attacked, but see, he pulls it out real quick. If Luigi was getting attacked, he pulls it out a split second slower than Mario does, so you have to be a little more early with Luigi's hammer timing, or else you won't get the proper hit out of it, so... Oh, we gotta be getting pretty close to the town now. Yeah, it's just south of us, so let's take a look. Well, hello there. Well, hello there! See, Luigi takes his out a little bit slower, so you gotta be a little more careful with it. Did you, like, put a filter or something on your super legit GBA Pro? Yes, there is a filter. Which one am I using? Let me take a look real quick. I'm using Visual Boy Advance with interframe blend, or not interframe blending. If you go on the, is it the Game Boy menu? No, it's the video menu. You can change the render method to direct 3D, and then if you put a filter on it, the filter I'm using is called Advanced MAME Scale 2 times. It was the one that gave me the best quality for the game, so that was what I used. But the direct 3D thing is the most important thing out of all that information, because the direct 3D thing actually adds quite a bit of higher fidelity to the game's look. It makes a big difference, the way that the game renders it, basically. So swarms have 2 attacks. They're only using 1 right now, but basically as soon as they pull their head out of the ground when they're using the hammer defense attack, you can hit them and they'll take damage. Excuse me. If they do one where you see a jump defense over in the corner, you have to basically wait till they tunnel underneath you and then jump when they tunnel underneath you, because that's when you'll be able to that's when you'll be able to hit them the most efficiently. So yeah, like I said, just get in the habit of taking Luigi's hammer out a little earlier than when you do with Mario, because it's the easiest way to get Luigi to not get smacked in the face by things that want to hit him with hammer defense attacks. So I think jump does a little more damage to these guys. Maybe I'm thinking of the 3DS version. I've never played the 3DS version of the game though, but I've heard some good things about it. Just not the Bowser's Minions section. I've heard Bowser's Minions is we're getting more Moo Beans now, so that's good. There he is. Damn it. He ran away from me again. Gotcha. Whoops. Yeah, see, I released it a little early there, so he ended up getting just past my hammer defense. So, that's okay. So yeah, jump just as they come underneath you, and there you go. Ah yes, Visual Boy Advance. Absolutely nothing to do with emulation whatsoever. Absolutely nothing. Yes, exactly. Although I heard at some point in my lifetime, I don't know how true this is, but I heard at some point in my lifetime that if you own a hard copy of the game and you play the game on an emulator, it's not technically illegal. I'm not 100% sure about that, and it may only apply in the US, but I heard that, and I don't know how true it is either, so. But food for thought, anyway. Anyway, the castle is actually south and east of us, so we're going to head in that direction, but I'm going to show you what else is up here before I go, once we deal with all these swarms. So if you go over here just to the east, this is a more difficult area. You can see there's an enemy over there. He moves pretty quickly. Kind of looks like a Goomba, but he's not a Goomba. He's a Tenumba. They're a lot harder than the enemies that we're normally fighting right now. If you get into an encounter with those, you can still beat them. They're not too difficult, but it takes forever, and the longer the battle goes, the more likely you are to make a mistake. So I would suggest not fighting them right now. We can always come back and fight them later when we're a little stronger. So. Oh, you heard that too? Okay. Maybe there is some truth to it. I pressed the wrong button. Maybe there is some truth to it then. I don't know. Well, I haven't been arrested for it yet, so I would assume it's at least not enforced anyway in the US, if it's still illegal. We gotta be getting quite a bit of Woo Beans now. You need quite a lot in order to do anything with them, but yeah, we got 14 now. Okay. Das gut. Okay, purple block there, purple rock, we can't do anything with that right now. I'm just gonna avoid the swarms, I think, because they're really not anything that I particularly care about fighting, so. I think I started to mention it, but I might have stopped. Hitting enemies with the hammer in the field will actually stun them, and when they're stunned in battle, it may skip their turn. So, like, if these Sharpies don't get a turn before me right now, because they actually have more speed than I do, if they don't get a turn before me, it's because the stun makes them lose a turn. So, stunning is not bad. It's a pretty good status if you can get it to work, but sometimes hitting enemies with the hammer just before battle actually doesn't have any effect on them anyway. It has a chance to stun them when you hit them with it, but it doesn't always work, basically, so. Thankfully, there are other ways around dealing with spiny enemies other than just hitting them with hammers, but we'll get to that in a little while. It's not necessary right now. These little plants that are in the ground here as well, these little like 2-leaf things here, remember that those are there for later as well, because they're kind of similar to the X marks the spot things. They're little holes in the ground that have goodies underneath them, just like this guy. But we'll worry about that later. So the castle's over there. If you go south down here, it's more enemies that are slightly more difficult for this point in time in the game, so I would suggest us going straight to the castle. Again, don't worry about it if your levels are not like super high. Like right now I'm only level 8 I'm getting somewhat close to 9, but like I said before, the game's not so hard that you need to really worry about your levels being low, so don't worry about it. Truth is, emulation mainly concerns old school systems and games that no one cares about anymore. It's very unlikely you'll get charged for it or anything. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because it's like these games aren't, well, Mario and Luigi is more readily available on other systems, but most of those other systems, I think it might be on the Wii U. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's on the Wii U, which we don't own, I don't think. And then it's on the 3DS, which I cannot play for the stream. So this is the easiest way for me to play it. And because I own a hard copy, as far as I know, again, as far as the rumor that I heard was, it's not illegal. So since this is the most convenient way for me to play, this is how I'm going to play these games, you know. Plus, there are other games that you could play on emulators that you could never play legitimately. Like Mother 3 was on the suggestions list at one point. The guy that suggested it hasn't been back in a while. But Mother 3 was on the list, and I can't play Mother 3 in English unless it's on an emulator, because there is no translation for the hard copy unless you fiddle around with the settings of it, you know what I mean? So like you could probably like hack a hard copy to have an English translation, like patch it in somehow if you knew the software of the GBA game really good, but you're still hacking the cartridge then, so you're still doing, you might as well just emulate it at that point, you know what I mean? Because you're still using computer software to alter the hardware, so. Getting close to 99,999 points, only have 4.6k. Oh boy. Superstar Saga is the best iteration of the bean system. Fight me. See, I don't know. I haven't played. See, here's the thing. I love Superstar Saga, but I haven't played any of the other Mario and Luigi games after this. I have played Partners in Time, but that was only to help out a cousin at his house many years ago, and I played it for like half an hour, and it was like some midpoint dungeon in the game that I don't recall. I never played Bowser's Inside Story, and I never played any of the other ones that I heard were not as good. So, look at you. Don't try to emulate anymore unless it's something that doesn't have availability. Like, who the fuck has a Japanese Super Nintendo and a working copy of Fire Emblem 5? Not me, Todd, not me, but Fire Emblem 5 is on my list of things to do at some point. I really want to play Genealogy and Thracia at some point for the first time ever, because I've only heard good things, but maybe a little ways off yet. I don't know. We'll see. Let's go in the town now. Oh dear God, what the hell happened here? Did the town get bombarded by an airstrike or something? Jesus. Oh my God. Sir, what happened here? Oh crap. Keklet and Fawful are at it again. Well, the bombing's over, sir. It's done. I don't know if they were bombing or not, but... Ah, okay. They took advantage of the lax guard while they were looking for Peasley. Okay. That's a smart plan, I'll give them that. I don't like it, but it's a smart plan. You alright there, sir? Yeah, that could be the thing. I don't know what the Beanstar is, but it sounds like it's pretty powerful, so... Oh, really? Okay. Well, yeah, it's in such a bad state, even the bridge is out. There's two sides, two halves to Bean Bean Castletown. We can't actually get to the other side just yet because it's blocked off. But apparently this store's open. Hi. Temporary item shop, huh? Alright, fair enough. I am a customer, so let's see what you got. Okay, so you can buy mushroom syrup and refreshing herbs as well. Refreshing herbs will cure status ailments for you, but at this point in the game, we really don't need to worry about them too much. Status ailments go away at the end of a battle anyway, so they're usually not a huge deal. I like to keep a little bit of refreshing herbs in my inventory, just in case it's like in a long fight and I'm getting, like, status and it gets annoying. But usually fights don't last long enough for me to care, so... Let's see. I could sell the one-up mushrooms, but I think I'll hold on to them. They're not really that big of a deal. But yeah, I actually didn't mention it, but if you look in the top right there, you can see that there's stashes up there, and then there's percentage off. So your stash stat determines how much % off you get for the items in the shop, and also how much % up you can sell the items from your inventory. So, just in case you were wondering, that's what that does there. But again, I don't really plan on putting too many points into stash. You get so many coins that I don't need to care about how much my items buy and sell for anyway, and the stash stat itself only concerns lucky hits in battle, and in the GBA version at the very least, you cannot get lucky hits with anything except regular attacks. So at that point, I might as well just use a bros attack and then restore my bros points later with some syrup, you know? So, like I said, it's a dump stat in this game. In the 3DS version, it is good because you can get critical hits with bros attacks, but in this game, as far as I know, you cannot get crits with bros attacks, so... Let's see. Yeah, it does affect critical chance, yes. But it does not affect critical chance in the GBA version for bros attacks, because as far as I know, bros attacks cannot get critical hits in the GBA version. In the 3DS version, they can, but in the GBA version, I don't think they can. At least it's never happened for me. So if you need that much stash to get a critical with a bros attack, I've literally been at a point. There's an item that you get later in the game that doubles your stash if you're equipped with it. I've had that and had like something ridiculous, like 300 something stash, and I haven't gotten a crit with a bros attack, so yeah. Oh, no, that's okay, Adam, no problem. I should have reiterated, that's all. Beware, FE4 and 5 are Kaga emblem games. They will make you suffer for no reason. It's bad at FF4, luckily, or unfortunately, that's just the game. Sometimes huge spike in like the halfway point. RNG is literally stacked against you sometimes. It might just be the ROM you have of 5, but dude, one person hits with a 10% chance. Everyone for the rest of the turn unless they somehow have 0% hit rate. Oh boy. Other Mario and Luigi beans are basically stuff to eat to get +1 in stats. Yeah, that seems a little bit excessive. You don't need the stats in this game, so it seems like, you know, it'd be tough. Okay. So normally you can buy equipment at this shop as well, but, well, they're leasing the shop out to each other, so you can't buy equipment right now. Castle's up north, and this big building is not open just yet. We should probably get to the castle to ensure that Queen Bean isn't in danger, because if Cacletta attacked the town like... Oh, okay, they even left spike rollers up in front of all this stuff. Giant spiky boulders. Great. But yeah, we should probably check on the castle to make sure that Queen Bean isn't getting lambasted by Cacletta. If she does anything like what she did back at the castle at the beginning of the game for us, things are going to end pretty poorly for the citizens of Bean Bean Castletown. But what is Cacletta's plan inside of the castle? Will we be able to get inside of the castle gates to warn the queen before it happens? And where on earth are we going to find Princess Peach's voice? Find out on the next episode of Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, the Stream Edition. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. I'm going to go rest my voice because my voice is going now, which is probably an indication that I'm getting whatever sickness my folks have, which is probably not a good thing. I'm just gonna have to go take some zinc, I think, but I'll go take care of that, and we'll be back on Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to continue this magnificent game. Until then, everybody, take care and have a good night. Can we talk about how brutal the final dungeon is? I'd rather not relive that. Bosses are fucking random encounters. Oh my god. Yeah, that could be a bit of a problem then. What are you oh-fucking about, Rockin' Fun? Tell me before I hit stop streaming. I was about to hit it. 1:30 already? Yeah, it's late for you, man. You should get some sleep. You've been spending too much time watching me stream. Go to bed.